Shall we?
We got it. This because they're not going to start the game.
Yeah.
This is our time. This is our game. Let's have some fun. And he's going to make some
How are you
shots.
feeling, Queens?
Oh, yeah.
Me too. That's like the only thing I'm wearing. I think I'm cool.
It's a bit slower coming across like the center.
Yeah.
Anything off those draw paths.
Remember how I went to go do this with you? This
I know, I
is
feel
Susan.
like
Put your
totally
hand
throw
down.
down this
I was like,
out.
this is Susan. She goes,
It's like I think like a 95.
it's like that was really awkward.
I think it's about a 4.0 on like those draw paths.
Yeah.
But anywhere off, it's like
Gonna slow
90,
down, yeah.
85.
Okay, Queens.
Good one.
One step into a corner.
It's going off like.
I was like, this is a new one. I'm not sure how I did it either. No one ever knows.
I need a few more drugs.
I could use one drug.
Yeah, Brum?
Did he show up on drug test? They're not Thorn. Whoa. You want some?
You guys have plenty of time. Lots of deep breaths. Take your time on your shot.
I have been.
Towards the end of the game, you're
That's
right.
just an official right there.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Everything speeds up.
Hell yeah.
Get out of my way.
So, you guys played yesterday, first game.
Yesterday was really good.
I love how we all thought they were doing like the national anthem or something.
Big job for this game is going to be keeping
Yeah.
Sarah awake.
That rest, just the hour wait there, just kind of, I was ready. And now I'm
Yeah,
like,
me too.
really?
Jump up there.
You think we're gonna get piped out?
Freezing cold. I think this is limited bells and whistles nationals.
Yeah.
Is that the back?
All the Pro Scouts are
Mike Olson's pretty tough.
the professional
Yeah.
curling teams from around the world coming together with it.
Oh wow. He's wrapped up in a tan blanket.
Have fun, guys.
Curly.
Curling.
Top four. Yep. I'm gonna slide. Yeah, I need to get down there. Top four.
Oh.
Okay. Let's go, fam. Let's go. Your butts. Did you breathe? I'm less mad now than I was before.
Yeah, me too. We
Stop
stayed
it.
so
We are so ready. Let's have some fun. And if we, like, honestly,
the win will come.
it's time. This is our time. We got it.
Y'all are wearing makeup. I didn't even put any on. I put a little bit on, not mascara though. I put some on.
I put under eye concealer and mascara. That's what I did. And
I just don't have
my
I don't just don't have waterproof mascara. That's the thing.
Mine's not waterproof.
So it's gonna clump.
I wear the same waterproof whenever I go. So.
All right, welcome to the finals of the 2021 Junior National Championships. We did have a little bit of delay, and we apologize for that. The power actually went out in the building for about an hour. Apparently, it was the whole west side of the town, so kind of a massive outage, but it came back about an hour after it went out. The ice wasn't affected by the power outage. The compressors were able to turn back on, so luckily we just had to wait for the lights, really.
Right.
And now that the lights are back, we are going to get underway. Just a, hour and a half late, but I'm sure the players are happy to just be able to play.
Exactly.
So our feature game is going to be the women's gold medal match between Team Strouse and Team Gourianova here on sheet 3. The other gold medal match is between Team Casper and Team Oldenburg over on sheet 4. The bronze medal game for the women's side is on sheet 2. That'll be between Team Jones and Team McDonald. And the bronze medal game for the men's side will be between Team Wendling and Team Tuma over on sheet 5.
There's about to be a lot of good curling going on.
For sure.
Which is very exciting.
These are the top 8 teams of the event, the last draw of the event. They're all very used to the ice, very great players, lots of experience here. They're going to be, they're going to be laying their hearts out, everyone playing to win a medal.
Absolutely. We are seeing a bit of some open play here in the first end on our feature sheet, just throwing a draw to the forefoot and then exchanging hits so far.
Not too surprising considering it's the final.
Yes.
A lot of teams will want to get those little jitters out with the open hits. Get
Absolutely.
a little more used to the ice. Might be an added addition just because of the that wait, that hour-long wait.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoa. 10. 10. A little bit, yep. A little bit, yep.
So sweeping to hold this one on the line. Chanot's hit.
Nice start by Suze here in the first end.
Now, this is the women's final, and in the women's field they had 2 different pools that played to determine who's going to make it into the playoffs. The top 2 from each pool were going to make it in. So because these 2 teams didn't actually play each other in the round robin, the hammer was determined by a last shot draw challenge in the pregame practice. So we saw that about an hour ago before the power went out. They each had 9 minutes and then 2 draws. And with that, Team Strouse did have the better last shot draw, so they will be going with the hammer in the first end. The teams did get to throw 2 rocks down and back each once the power came back on. All the teams agreed to it, and this is what the ice tech said. The ice would be okay. It didn't get too much of an effect based off the power outage.
Yeah.
It was the compressors came back on and kept the temperature stable.
2. Early, straight early. Straight early. 3. Time's good. We should be good. 2, 3. 3. Gotta stop curling. 2,
So we see a corner guard being thrown after a rollout.
5. Good. Good throw.
Like peel?
Looks like Team Gourianova is going to go ahead and peel this rock. They don't want to get into the aggressive play this end.
Right yet.
Yeah.
Still feeling things out.
That might change going into the second end, but they'd rather make sure that if they're going to go aggressive, they'll have their own center guards and playing towards the middle.
Exactly.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Have to roll the other way.
Calling to roll the other way. Looks like it overcurled more than they expected. It does jam on a yellow that was in the back of the playing area, but it does not roll into the house.
Yeah. They do actually roll to a center guard, so.
But because that guard is there, we will see Team Strouse attempt to come around it.
14. Wave's really good.
Here the super said that the weight's good.
6, 7. Gotta curl line. 5, 6.
Sounds like the rock's the top house still.
Yeah, it sounds like weight is pretty close. They're just waiting to be able to get the line right here.
Really want to make sure they're by this yellow. Looks like they just will be.
Real good. Real nice.
That's a real nice start by Sydney Mulaney here.
Maybe a foot or so higher than they were hoping for.
Yeah.
But it definitely does the job. But because it's high up in the house, we'll actually see Catherine Gourianova call for a draw around it. Use it as a double center. This is Liz Janiak's first stone of the final.
Line's nice. Sarah's rock.
6, 7.
Yep.
Senior Catherine called for Sarah's rock, so they want the outside super on to make the rock curl more.
Push it over, push it over.
They really want to cross the center
Yep,
line.
don't stop, don't stop, yes.
It's like it's really trying to make its way over.
Yeah. It's really coming down here at the end.
Just needed less, my bad.
We'll end up right next to the red that we saw Sydney throw.
Yeah.
10-5.
And with that, we'll see Lainey Strouse call her vice, Leah Yavaro, to throw the hit and roll.
Yep.
Sydney Mulaney working hard to keep this rock
Really
on the line.
working hard.
They'd love to roll away.
And they will just tick on the guard.
It's going right towards the backing, but it will spin outward. It does clear the guard, so the house is open now. See Catherine call for a little hit and flop towards the outside edge of the sheet.
Yeah.
Likely in response, we'll see a double attempt from Leah Yavaro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, yep. Whoa. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
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 10.
Hard.
10.
So they're sweeping hard to hold the line. They want to try to
9-5.
roll it as far as they can.
Good.
Not roll too far, but they will make a roll. Get some separation between the two yellows.
Good, good too.
But as you said, we definitely will see Leah attempt a double here.
Good call. Yeah. A nice shot.
Calling Sydney on to sweep right away, out of hand.
They'd love to hit the inside of this yellow. They don't necessarily need to remove both of them.
Right.
And they won't quite get any roll, but they are still in the house.
Yep.
Which means the score of 2 is still alive.
What side?
There are just skip stones left in this first end of the women's final.
What way? Do you like control? Yeah. Well, you can come
See
like,
Catherine
I
and
think, like here.
Anna
or
O'Hara
I'm
deciding
not sure we
which
know
way they
the
want to approach the
Yeah,
stone.
I'd rather just
They
put
know
it
that they want to
this
hit it
way.
out and roll towards the center, but they don't know which direction they want to come from. Looks like they will choose the out turn.
10-5, just trying to roll in your
Now
way.
this is that path that we've seen in previous games hold straighter than the
Hold
others.
Straight, yeah.
It does look like they're giving tighter ice than we might see on a normal control weight hit, so
Nose
I
is
think
okay.
they are
If you
planning
go
for
behind,
that.
it's,
They
like,
are
right
probably
behind
aware
line
that
like
it's a little bit straighter than other parts of the sheet.
Yep! Yep! Yes!
Your line call right away.
Yes! Yes!
Rock might be a little tight.
All
They want
the
to
way
make sure
to
they
it,
stay in
yes!
the house. It will just touch it.
Sorry.
It's enough to remove it from play. That's
way do you wanna
the major goal of that shot.
Absolutely.
If you ever go by, that'll leave Team Strauss with an opportunity to score 2 in the
An
first.
open two, yeah.
No.
I don't think you missed the broom.
Yeah.
And because of that, we'll see Lainey Strauss call for a hit on the nose or a roll away. Either one's fine. They'd like to stick around and force Anna to throw her shot here.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see them roll to the opposite wing that Anna just threw on.
I
Try to
agree.
make her throw 2 completely different shots.
Yeah, make her throw a path that she hasn't thrown yet.
Yep.
Lainey Stone's on its way down the sheet.
Whoa. Close. Yep. Yes. Yep.
Calling
hard,
Sydney Mulaney on to hold the line.
Whoa. Good.
Looks like they'll end up rolling slightly towards the side of the sheet that Anna had thrown on last shot.
Right.
Yeah.
And we'll see just a hit and stick attempt here by Anna O'Hara.
Same thing. I'll throw a better handle. Just nose.
This definitely is pretty typical first end on both men's and women's.
Absolutely.
Yes! Yes!
Get another sweep call right away.
Yes! All the way to it, yep!
They'd love to stick around, but the main goal is to get rid of the red.
Right.
Hard to nose.
Your
Nice
captain
hold.
say hard to nose.
That's good.
There's a nice sweep there by Liz Janiak to hold the rock on that line.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
This will force Lainey
it.
Strouse to peel this rock out for the blank end.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here Leah say, sweep right away.
Hard.
You want to hit this
Okay.
on the outside of the rock.
Well. One
Not
red.
quite, it'll end up on the nose. So
One
that'll
red.
be a score of 1 for Team Strouse, and they'll take the lead 1-0 after the first end.
I don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust, to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
Sorry.
We are back with the second end of the Junior National Championships Women's Final. Team Strouse had a chance to blank in the first end and came up a little tight, ended up nosing the stone and taking 1 point.
Yep.
Definitely not the goal or the outcome that they wanted in that end, but scoring 1 does increase their chances of winning the game.
Absolutely.
Sometimes that 1 point makes more of a statement than some people might think.
Right, exactly. It's definitely a confidence and momentum booster for the team.
And it can raise the nerves of the other team, seeing that their opposing team already has a point on the board.
Exactly.
See Team Strouse calling for a guard here. It's a nice throw by Susan Dutt.
Yep.
Bro, that's a good one. Good. Really good.
Catherine Gourianova sledding.
Line's good.
She's looking to throw a draw to roughly the top 8, biting 4 foot underneath the center guard that Team Strouse just threw.
Yep.
You can switch.
Looks like there's a lot of
Girls, you
room
can.
here.
Top 4.
They definitely want to be buried here to force Team Strouse to throw a lighter weight shot at it if they
Right.
are to throw a hit.
Yep. I think you
And they
can.
do want it
Yep,
above the
you
tier, else Team Strouse will have
can.
a
Yep, go,
freeze
go,
right
go,
down to it
go,
underneath the
go, go.
guards.
Good job.
It's a pretty nice spot for it to end up.
Yeah, pretty nice spot.
Really nice weight. See Lainey call for a freeze here. They're looking to just sit right on top of this yellow. This will be a setup shot for later on.
Right, exactly.
They don't necessarily need to be shot after this one. They just want to have a easy access rock.
Line getting a little tight here.
You see Leah Yavaro holding the rock straight, trying to keep it from curling. They'd like to stay in front of this yellow.
They actually get to the other side of it.
That will give
Good hack.
Team Gourianova an opportunity to hit and flop under the guard or even
Like
roll
this
away.
ice?
They probably don't want to stick right there because that'll leave Team Strouse an
think
opportunity
so.
to make a double right back.
Right.
I'm not sure. It looks fine.
Close. Whoa. Close.
Seems like the line's close. The
Close.
device is
Sarah,
calling it
Sarah.
good.
Calling to push the rock over a little bit at the end here.
Want to make sure they get enough that they'll stick around in the house.
Liz to roll, Liz to roll. Any roll. Roll as far as you can, Wade. Roll. Good.
And changing plans there a little bit, deciding to roll away as much as they can with that rock, create some separation.
They do roll, but not quite enough to eliminate the double.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see Lainey Strouse call for the double from Sydney Mullaney. She's double checking that they can throw the in-turn with the center guard.
Yes.
It looks like Sydney says it's there.
Good firm. Yeah. Hard. You're doing really good.
Lainey calling sweep right away. They want to make sure they at least eliminate this yellow stone.
Right.
They'll do just that. Looks like they'll also stick around on the edge of the 12-foot. Might not come into play now, but maybe later in the end they'll have the opportunity to force Team Gourianova.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't tell if she motioned for the hit or the draw here, but it looks like it's probably the hit.
I believe it's probably the hit, yeah.
10.
They'll want to just hit and stick way out here on the edge. There won't be any double available, and one of the rocks will be mostly buried under the guard on the center line. This rock is very far towards the edge of the sheet.
And they will tick it, but not enough to get it out of the rings.
They almost moved it directly sideways.
Like that.
This rock appears to be
13?
roughly 3/4 open.
Yeah, even 13.5 is good.
I believe Sid actually said earlier on that she can see half of it.
There we go.
So.
Nice to get some verbal confirmation from the people on the ice.
Yes.
Hard.
Calling yes on early.
Susan Dutt on this one immediately. They really want to get by this front center guard. Sounds like it's really close.
Keep going hard. Go.
They got to keep going by the guard to make sure you don't overcurl the yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a really nice sweep by Susan Dutt to hold that line.
Really great sweep and great team shot by Team Strouse here.
I think that rock was actually almost 4 or 5 feet less than they called. So to be able to hold that line is very impressive.
Very impressive.
Yeah, like a 95-4-0.
Ended up leaving them in a good spot too. I believe they're more buried than the yellow had been.
Yeah.
Wasn't enough weight to get a large roll, but enough to make it harder to get to this red.
Absolutely.
Line's good. 7-8. Oh, you got a curl. Are we tapping?
This rock coming into the house.
Liz.
Super seem to think it's a little heavier than they're wanting.
We'll push it out.
Our bad.
We'll push it back a little bit.
And open on the right side.
Like the double or the hit roll. I think we get both of them. Go for the roll, though.
I don't think you can get both of them.
Okay, let's just play the roll.
Maybe if you throw like firm.
Let's double them.
Leah and Lainey just discussing whether or not they can get the double and the roll under the guard at the same time. It sounds like they are deciding to go for the roll first, and if they do get the double, then that's a bonus.
Exactly. A nice plan B option.
Right.
It's good to make sure you guys are on the same page with what you're going to be throwing. Sydney holding to sweep this one. Sweeping to hold this one.
Yeah.
It's really close.
That's still good. That's a real good shot.
They won't quite make the double, but they do roll underneath
Yep.
and leave red sitting 2. Looks like they're going to be throwing like a maybe control weight hit, try to flop underneath the center line reds.
Yeah.
They'll only be sitting 1, but it will set them up to get a score of multiple.
Yes! Absolutely.
Hard.
Yes!
Hard.
Yeah, all the way to it. Yes!
Sarah Olsen sweeping hard to keep this on the line.
Yep.
They gotta get by that front guard first. It's very close. They will get by it. Will they get by the second one? They will.
Okay.
They do end up hitting the red they were going for
I like that a
thinner than
lot.
they meant to. Hit it out of play and actually bumped the yellow that they had in the back 8 into the back 12.
Yeah, that was a bit
Okay, like a
unlucky
20,
there.
Yeah, that ended up leaving Team Strouse sitting 2 at the moment. And now they'll have a chance to come down and tap back that red that's in the top 8 foot towards the button.
Yep.
Here Laney's saying they got to be to it. So they don't necessarily have to tap, but they don't want to leave much of a separation. Just to make sure that if Team Gourianova does come around with the draw on the other side, they won't have to make a double run. Instead, just hit one stone and move both. They will come to it, end up flopping outward a little bit.
Yeah.
They do roll enough to make the double almost impossible without rolling out.
Right.
Even if you just roll on top, that's fine.
I like that idea.
I like that a lot, yeah.
Because if you just roll like even a couple inches to the right, it'll be almost impossible to remove the yellow. And the red won't jam on the back yellow in the back of the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Close. Yep.
And the plan B can be to overcurl slightly and actually make the double if you hit the red thin enough. Sweeper's not touching this one.
Okay, it's okay.
They'll actually roll out a little bit and catch their yellow in the back, splitting them off.
Honestly, that's probably best.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Looks like red is only sitting one right now.
Not the end of the row, but I like both.
So Team Strouse will be
Okay, you got it.
throwing a hit at this yellow to make sure that they'll be sitting at least two after the shot ends.
Yeah. Ideally, I think they'd like to roll under their center guard as well.
Yeah, I think their pro side call is to make sure that they get that roll under the center, not leave any sort of double.
But making sure that they get this rock out here is definitely the priority.
Under that guard. You know those shots are hard, so those is definitely pro side.
Laney Strouse sliding out. Here, Leah calling right away. They really want to make sure they touch this yellow and get it out of play.
Hard for peace. Hard.
Sydney working hard to hold this rock. They will hold it.
Okay, really good.
Yeah, great shot by Laney Strouse and really good sweep by Sydney Mullaney there.
They'll end up catching their red that was in the top four and actually roll up and stop just enough to be mostly buried.
Yeah.
Me too.
So a little lucky on the catcher there, but
yeah,
that happens sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a pretty
Team Strouse is sitting two, or three, excuse me, but two under the guard.
Yeah, okay. You can ice me.
I believe they're choosing, Team Gourianova is choosing to hit and roll off this outside one. They'll be able to get to shot stone on the back four, and in the process they'll be able to eliminate one red stone.
Right.
You'd have to throw a lot, I think. Yeah.
Here, Liz Janak and Sarah Olson talking with Anna O'Hara here. They want to make sure they're all on the same page and like what they're doing.
Yep. With like hack.
They want to throw the shot that's going to give them the best chance to get their one.
I don't want to jam and roll out. That's the thing.
Front end seems to think that the rocks that are under the center guard are the danger stones right now, and that they should probably try to move those before they make a move on the side stone. I think they have a good point.
I agree with them, yeah, absolutely.
I think we have to
especially because the rock on the side could be used for your last stone as kind of a bail or a throwing it to try to give yourself a chance to get in if you don't have a draw available.
Right.
Like firm or peel,
But these two stones under the guard are definitely the ones in a power position that are like controlling the forefoot.
Definitely. It looks like they're going to be throwing a lot of weight at it, so we can probably actually see some of this red in the house.
Right.
You hear Anna saying peel.
No, I think I can hit thin and get them both.
If she hits what she can see, she might actually be able to make the triple.
Yeah, you're right.
Because those rocks are so close together in the 4 foot and 8 foot, you don't have to hit too much of the front one to get both moving. I think their pro side too is peeling the guards okay.
It's totally okay, absolutely.
Whoa, whoa, close. No, yep, whoa. Get it out.
She will make the triple.
Wow. Will it get
Will
all
the red
way
leave?
out? Oh,
They weren't?
not quite.
I can't tell.
Maybe.
Either way,
Regardless.
a beautiful shot by
Great
Anna
throw.
O'Hara.
Yeah.
A lot harder than it looks.
Absolutely.
Because it's one
That
thing
was
to make sure,
terrific.
yeah, it's one thing to make sure you hit the right angle, but also to have enough weight to move all 3 stones.
Exactly.
Probably more, Leah.
This end went from looking like a steal of 2 to potentially a blank.
Yeah, exactly.
Laney Strouse about to slide out. I believe they're going to try to hit and roll underneath the guard.
Mm-hmm.
Try to keep that force alive.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Here, whoa, out of hand. Sweep to curl, try to make sure they get this rock and stick in the house.
She's just going really up.
They will hit it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll also roll out in the process.
Yep.
Now, is this red rock on the house?
And it's also yeah.
Oh, so they are confirming that it's out of the
It's
rings
out
here.
over like the.
Well, at least they believe it to be
sounds
out.
good. So
Right.
through. So, yeah.
If they throw it through, you might actually see Team Strauss call for a biter bar to double
Yeah.
check that it's out of the rings.
Mm-hmm.
Through. That's not in. Huh? I'll throw 9-5. Yeah, it's 1/8 out. So like, it's like, out. Yeah.
You can hear Anna confirming that she believes it's out.
Mm-hmm.
If it said, like,
Sometimes the
1/8
rings
in, I'd
are
be like,
a few millimeters
feel it
off
out.
from
You know what I
exactly
mean?
perfect circle,
Right.
just based off of how they're put in.
Which the officials do measure before the start of the competition, and they indicate on like a chart that that everyone has
that's like
access
8
to
Yes.
to make sure
Yeah.
that they're aware that the
That's
rings aren't
ideal.
perfect.
And I believe that sheet is behind that sheet of paper is behind each sheet of ice.
Yes. Yeah.
So players do have access during games to
Mhm.
check to see if they want to make sure the rocks are biting or not.
Right. Exactly.
But we are usually talking about an 1/8 of an inch or less.
Or less.
So
Right.
very minimal. But in cases like this, it might be worth just to throw the biter bar on just to see.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt
I
for
don't know,
sure.
Captain was confident.
And I do believe they are going to use the biter bar because no one's moved the stone yet.
It looks like it.
Haven't had verbal confirmation. Maybe not because they're in their team meetings.
Right.
So I think we'll assume this is a blank for now, and we'll take a quick break before we go into the third end.
The road to Olympic gold begins in Omaha for the nation's top men's and women's curling teams. The U.S. Olympic team trials for curling return to Baxter Arena from November 12th through the 21st. Only 2 teams can berth an Olympic bid from Omaha. Every match is a battle for a spot in Beijing's Winter Games. Get your all-session tickets on August 16th through usacurling.org. Witness medals in the making this November.
Oh, wait, no, there's only one on the... Oh, they blanked it. All right. While we were while we were away, they did end up bringing the biter bar out. I think it was just on the far side of the sheet, so they had to bring it all the way over. The red rock was out of play, or out of the house.
Yes.
So it was a blank end. It's a pretty great outcome for Team Gourianova after after on Anna's first. They were Team Strouse was sitting 3.
Yeah, especially after they were looking like they might give up a steal a little bit. So again, a great shot by Anna O'Hara to really bail out of that end for sure.
Now we see Team Strouse starting off the third end here. Susan Dutt throwing a center guard.
Really good throw.
Good start by Suze here.
Like this way?
Anna O'Hara calling for Catherine Gourianova to throw a draw right around this guard.
We undercurled last time. Little ad. Line's good.
You hear them call it line?
Line's
It's good.
Sarah close.
The sweepers aren't going to have to either make it carve or hold too much. They're just going to worry about the weight.
Line's really good. Weight only.
Sweepers seem to like it. They're just lightly cleaning it into the house. They'd love this one to be above the tee line so Team Strouse doesn't have the opportunity to freeze down to it.
Absolutely.
That's good.
And it'll do just that, just above the tee line, fully buried.
It is in a spot, though, that Team Strouse will make the freeze, set up a shot later to remove it.
Right.
I'm sure they'd be happy to be peeking out from behind the guard a little bit, so on their next or later in the end, they'll be able to throw a little more weight and try to remove it, the red they're freezing to.
Absolutely.
Or the yellow they're freezing to, excuse me.
It's coming now. Never, never, never for line. Here it comes. Looks real good.
Sweepers think the weight's pretty close.
To it. Gotta be to it.
They're just guiding it in now. Cindy Mulaney with the late finish.
I chopped it.
Will be about a few inches short, but
There.
really good spot.
That's fine.
Absolutely.
Not removable easily, at least. Well, the next shots are coming down. We can do some score updates on the other medal games going on.
Yeah.
So for the men's gold medal game, Team Oldenburg is leading Team Casper 1-0 after 2. Team Casper will have the hammer. On the men's bronze medal game, Team Tuma is leading Team Wendling 3-0 after 2, with Wendling having the hammer. And for the women's bronze medal game, Team Jones is leading Team McDonald 2-0 after 2, and Team McDonald will have the hammer in the third.
Yep. Try and bounce off.
All close games.
Definitely.
Whoa, leave it.
Pretty much what I would expect for the finals.
For the final games, absolutely.
My bad.
So this freeze attempt from Team Gourianova did end up coming up light and leaving a second center guard.
Come on top of it. I like that.
At the current moment, it's pretty difficult for either team to get the rocks that are in the house.
Yeah, especially with those staggered guards now.
We'll see Sydney Mulaney sliding out.
19.
They're working on throwing a freeze to the red they threw on Susan's last.
5, 6, got a curl. 7, 8, running hot. It's gonna come down though a little. We're not getting the break. Yeah, we're not going. 7, 8. Straight.
Deciding last minute to come right around it, and not quite sure who shot.
It looks like it might still be yellow.
Yellow, yeah.
I don't think Team Gourianova is going to worry too much about that red rock at least. They're going to peel these center guards. They don't want the middle to get too cluttered.
Close. Yeah. Just clean.
The removal of these will
Stay close.
have two options for Team Strouse. They'll either put the guard back up, or they might try to do the short run of red into yellow.
Yep.
Like
But
that.
the one red guard does stay. Team Gourianova only peels their own.
Yep.
Yeah.
And because of that, it actually exposes the red that's on the center line, the one that's in front of the two in the forefoot.
Yep.
Okay, let's go board.
And with that, we can see Sydney Mulaney coming in with what looks like board weight
Yeah.
Yep.
to try and hit the red into the yellow and out of the house.
Which This is exactly why they called that freeze on Sousa's second shot, is so that they can throw a shot like this and remove the yellow that shot from play.
Yep, hard, Suze.
It's part of the strategy at the end. It's also part of why curling is so interesting to watch. Is you actually have shots that are setup shots made purposely to make shots later on in the game.
Really good.
That was a great shot by Sydney Mulaney.
Seemed like the weight was good. Mulaney liked the line. That was a nice team shot.
Yes.
Nose.
See Catherine here calling for a nose hit. Looking to make a double, remove 2 of the reds. They'd probably like to stick on the nose here and keep that 1 red stone behind them. Make it a little harder for Team Strouse to remove it afterward.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yeah. Close. Close.
Looks like it's close. The sweeper's staying nearby.
Yep.
They want this to curl and just touch the center line.
It's fine.
Looks like it'll do just that.
Yeah.
It's a nice throw by Sarah Olsen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flight control. Yeah.
Leah Yavaro will be throwing a control weight, hit and roll, back under that center guard. They really want to keep control of the forefoot.
Yeah.
Close. Yep. Woo. Yep. Forward. Sit. Right, Leah. Good throw. That's good. Pretty good, yeah. I like this. You got it. 10-5 or? Okay.
So the shot by Leah there did over curl. It rolled to the other side of the house, but stayed around. So the force is still available for them.
Absolutely.
Close. Yep. 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 10. Whoa, 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 then. Push. Go, Mom.
To edge. Relay, board, hack. Yeah, you can do board. Board. Okay.
Team Gourianova did try to make the hit and roll back under the corner, the center guard, but didn't quite make the roll. So we'll see Leah Yavaro on her second in this end try to make that roll herself.
What? Yep. Woo. Woo.
Calling on the push at the end here and successfully removing that yellow rock. Nice shot by Leah.
You like hack?
Yeah.
So I have been notified that the men's gold medal game, the score is actually 1-0 to Team Casper. That's our mistake.
Whoa. Whoa.
Push, push.
Sarah Olsen really trying to push this rock.
That's okay.
They will make contact, but will roll out of the rings. Giving Team Strouse an opportunity to fully bury under the center guard.
Maybe a little less. Yep.
Taking a little bit less ice than the draw to the center lines that they've been throwing before.
Yeah.
Such a minimal ice difference that we probably won't see much of an issue with the speed of the path.
Right. Yeah, not much of a difference.
But it's always something to notify your sweepers of just to make sure they know.
Yeah.
Top four, even with that rack, which is full forward behind the set.
You can hear the 3 of them talking about the shot, making sure they're on the same page, knowing the speeds.
Yep.
Line's really good.
Sweepers jump on this one right away.
Straight,
Hear
straight.
Sydney say that's down.
Yep.
Gotta keep going hard, straight, hard.
They really want to make sure this one's in the house. It'll keep the opportunity to still force Team Gourianova to one.
Yep.
Dig, 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 dig.
They're really trying to work this one here.
If they're by the center guard, it's going to be really close. Really get high pitch there for some motivation.
Okay, good sweep, guys.
I believe it stopped just shy of the house.
Just short of the rings, but really great sweep by Suze and Sid there.
I don't know if you like drawing now, because I think if you hit that,
She might roll
if
under.
we roll, it feels like we'll be back.
Yeah. Do you guys like drawing?
You can hear Catherine and Anna make a good point. If they roll off this rock, they will be behind the tee line, leaving Lainey a chance to come down and freeze to them, making it a lot harder for Team Gourianova to get their one. So instead of giving Team Strouse the opportunity to freeze to something in the back house, they're going to try to draw top four themselves.
Exactly.
Especially with Lainey's last rock coming up a little bit light, that leaves a second corner or center guard that they can come under.
Yeah. See an attempt at a skip's deuce here by Anna O'Hara.
Like touching forefoot. Yeah. I like this ice.
The rock is underway.
Yep.
Sweepers seem to like the weight.
Yep.
Sweeping it now, but it sounds like it's more for line than it is for the weight.
Yep.
They really have to get it by the guard.
Yeah, it's really moving on them.
They get it by, it's going to be close.
Roll it on in front. Roll it on in front.
It will end up just ticking the guard.
My bad.
But we'll roll it on into the rings.
On the same broom, it was like right here.
They do leave Team Strouse sitting shot. And it doesn't look like they want to risk trying to hit that and stick around in the rings.
Yeah, absolutely.
So instead, they'll try to throw the same draw that Lainey tried on her first.
Yeah, I like this call a lot.
With a little more weight, it should be okay to get by those top two guards.
Should be just fine, absolutely.
Yeah, let's just make sure we're second shot when you touch the 8 foot. I still like full foot behind these rocks. Yeah.
Yeah, she really just needs 3 or 4 feet more weight here, and she'll be golden.
Mangle, of course, to be right in the top four underneath their two center guards, but I'm sure they'll be plenty happy sitting 2 at the end of the shot.
Right, exactly. The main goal is that you have to outcount that yellow sitting there in the 12 foot.
Where are we?
Sweepers seem to think it's really close. They're just very lightly cleaning.
Just leave it up here. Leave it up high if you can. It's not curling. Whoa, 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 whoa. Leave it high. Just gotta be shot. Gotta be shot. Yep. Okay.
A little bit of confusion at the end, but they do indeed get second shot.
Yep.
And it curled just enough to not allow that double to be made.
Yeah. I did like that discussion that they had between Leah and the sweepers of how they weren't quite getting the curl that they wanted, so they decided to leave it high instead of bringing it top 4.
Definitely.
I like this one.
I'm wondering, though, if they had been sweeping on the outside, if they would have been able to drag it under.
Could have, yeah.
But it will stop in such a spot that Team Gourianova can't hit and stick on the nose and be shot. So they will be forced to throw the draw on this outturn side.
Yeah.
Anna did throw this on her first one, and it looked like the weight was good. It just overcurled a little bit.
Yep.
So we'll likely see them take a little bit more ice and just keep brooms down and stay close.
Absolutely. It is a little bit tighter of a port now.
Definitely. But they can't afford to wick off the yellow and roll inward a little bit.
Right.
So that's always a plan B. We'll probably see Catherine keep in mind as she calls the line.
For sure.
Staying out.
The sweepers are cleaning this one, so they like the weight. You can hear them say 7-8, which should be right in the middle, the tee line.
Yeah, it should be very close.
Switching to the tap, as the line's holding out there. We'll see if this one stops in time.
Good plan B by Team Gourianova to score 1 here in the third end.
And they'll be tied going to the break.
Is it 1? Oh, good plan B. Good.
Check out this one. Long hair, loves to hike and plays frisbee.
What is he, a Labrador?
So should I meet him?
You're not that adventurous.
Yes, I am. Try me.
Okay. Jump into that lake.
I'll do it.
Let's all do it. I'm in. This is crazy. You coming?
Seriously? It is way too comfortable in here.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota. Let's go places.
Maybe that just like with less weight, it's just curling a lot. Yeah. Because I mean that one was a bit up, but okay. Top 4. Yep.
We are back with the fourth end of the junior women's final. Last end, we saw Team Strouse successfully force Team Gourianova to 1 point. Anna O'Hara had a nice draw. It was hanging a little bit, but they managed to make the tap instead.
Yep.
Perfectly good plan B.
Nice shot.
See Team Gourianova go right into the top 4 now.
10-5.
See Susan Dutt throw the hit and roll to the wing. They don't want to leave Team Gourianova sitting in the forefoot in a good position.
Right.
If Susan makes this roll successfully, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a center guard thrown up by Team Gourianova.
Yeah.
With hit on the nose, we might see the hit and stick right back.
We'll get a little bit of roll to the other side of center line. Like you said, we'll see Gourianova decide to hit back.
This is Catherine Gourianova throwing. She's the skip, but she throws the lead stones.
Yeah.
Close. Yep.
Their vice Anna O'Hara will throw the last stones and hold for the first 2.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just clean.
Sweeping to keep this one on the nose. I want to keep it right on the center line if possible.
Oh, never mind.
I'll do exactly that.
Nice shot.
You want to hit it? Yeah. Either that or a corner. Either that or a corner.
Go corner.
Now that that rock's out of the forefoot, Team Strouse will throw up a corner guard.
We like to call this the delayed corner guard, especially when a team puts a rock in the top forefoot in a very good power position. You'll hit a little bit and make sure that it's in less of a power position before you decide to put up your corner guard.
Right here, girls.
The strategy more prominent now that the 5 rock rule is in place.
Absolutely.
You see a successful corner guard by Susan Dutt.
Yep, nice start.
I almost like this. Sure. We're just gonna peel it.
While this shot's coming down, we'll do a quick score update on the other sheets.
Yeah.
For the women's bronze medal game, Team Jones and Team McDonald are tied at 2 after 3 ends. Team Jones will have the hammer in the 4th.
4.
For the gold medal game between Team Casper and Team Oldenburg, they are tied at 1 each, and Team Casper will have the hammer going into the 4th end.
Come over, curl a little. That's fine.
And the men's bronze medal game, Team Wendling leads Team Tuma 4-3 after 3 ends, and Team Tuma will have the hammer in the 4th.
Okay.
Yeah. Still very close.
So we see Sarah Olsen through a tight center guard.
20.
Trying to go right in front of the yellow that they had in the top house.
Yeah.
I believe it over curled.
Yeah, I believe so.
And since that yellow in the top 8 is open, we'll see Team Strouse ignore the center line and instead go under the corner that they threw on their last.
Absolutely.
6-7 is good. 6-7. Gotta curl a lot.
Things coming down a little bit. 6-7 still. Want me to go? Yep.
Leah Varro sweeping at the end here, trying to get this rock buried under the corner. I don't think it's quite buried.
Not quite, but really nice sweep by Cindy Mulaney here.
Come down to it.
I do believe it is shot. And maybe it is buried because they're choosing not to hit. Just going for the roll instead. For the freeze.
Yeah. Sarah Olsen sliding out with her second shot at the end.
Yep. If you can, well, stay close.
Seekers are saying it's close.
8.
You hear them say 8, which is just behind the tee line.
Weight's close.
Line's fine. Liz
There might
is
be a
right.
little tap on the red, but they're okay with that as long as they stay in front of it.
Don't have it yet.
Here, Catherine said they don't have it yet, which means it will just go by.
Yep.
Because that extra weight, I believe, it didn't want to curl up.
I think still come under again.
Like the peel? I like the hit and roll or under.
Hear a loud yell from Sydney there to explain what she likes.
To communicate all the way down the sheet to Lainey what she thinks about the shot.
What do you want to throw?
Can definitely be difficult to hear when you have 4 medal games of curling going on. Tensions are probably high and there's lots of noise out there.
And with the masks on, it's good to have nice projection to make sure the other side of the sheet can hear you.
Exactly.
Whoa!
I didn't quite hear what they decided on. I think they decided to hit and roll to leave a corner guard.
I think so. You might get the double out of it.
It's close.
Good, that's fine.
They'll just touch that second yellow rock, but won't remove it from the house.
They'll essentially just peel the center guard. But as you can hear Lainey say, they have no problem with that.
Yeah, that's a totally acceptable outcome.
The yellow rock is sitting 1 now.
05, yeah.
And Catherine Gourianova will call for the same shot to be thrown again. I believe they like the line. They just want to throw a few feet less weight and just land right in front of this red and into the corner.
More? Up?
8.
Whoa.
8. Back line. Push.
Wait, all the way.
Push. Yeah, we
push.
can go with that. Go, 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 go.
Deciding to push it over and try and catch that rock this time, which they will.
Will it stick for second shot? Looks like it will, just barely. But because of where it rolled to, there will be a double available for Team Strouse.
Yeah, double and roll to the other side of the sheet.
Nose might be okay.
I don't mind nose.
Okay.
You can hear them saying they'd rather hit nose than hit it too thin, so they'll probably give tight
Yeah.
ice to make sure they do just that. They don't necessarily need to remove both yellows on this shot either. They just like to make sure they stick their shooter. So this will be close.
It'll be close. Won't quite get the double, but they will stick around and hit that yellow nose. Good outcome.
Definitely. And just what they call it. It's their plan B.
Exactly.
I still like this.
I don't mind hitting like this top one if you like that. Even nose is okay.
Control?
Looks like they'll look to throw the hit on the top one. They want to make sure that if they're going to make a shot, they're going to remove one of those reds from the house.
Right. And it looks like that red under the corner is buried enough that they don't want to make a play at it.
I think if we were even one more shot into the end, we might see them try that freeze.
I don't think it'll matter. Close. No. Whoa.
Hear them call whoa. Might be close to the double. Will it remove the red? It will not.
Not quite, but close.
They do get the front one out of play.
Are we
which was one of their main goals of that shot.
Absolutely.
I think. Okay. Do you ever draw open?
No, I don't think so.
Lainey, not totally sure who's shot here.
Okay.
Or we can just hit it.
I like the hit.
Control?
I believe they think that yellow is sitting one here.
Yeah. Or at least it's close enough that they want to make a play at it.
Oh, no.
Close.
He's saying whoa. They want this one to curl up a little bit. They'd really like it to stick around in the house somewhere.
Hard push, Sue.
Sit, sit, sit.
Looks like it will sit around.
We'll stick around, yeah.
The spot it rolled to, though, leaves almost a pocket for Team Gourianova to draw down into.
You're right, absolutely.
I like playing for this. If you're a little light, I think it'll curl to there, honestly. Because they finish real nice when they're.
Just can't be here. Girls, she can shoot out.
Yeah, so just all the way to the back one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Me too.
Nice discussion by Catherine and Anna saying
So
go
little
to
light,
the
just like
back
here,
red,
like
but
You got it.
if you want, pro side is a little light here, and there is another red right there on the tee line that they can also come up to and will curl up to if you have a couple less feet of weight on the rock.
I like
I'm wondering if you almost call the other way around, where the pro side is to come to the top one. Because if you come to the back one, not perfect, Team Strouse might be able to blast it out of the house and still sit one buried.
Yeah.
Versus you freeze to the top one, Team Strouse doesn't have many
definitely
options.
more difficult to remove.
The back one, but if
yeah.
it's light, we can go for the top one. But I like shooting for the. And try not. It can't bump as much.
Here, Anna explaining
It's like back.
with good detail to her sweepers about what they want to do. And here say they don't want to bump it, they want to make sure they're frozen right on it, so if there is a chance for Team Strouse to remove this yellow, they have to remove their red as well.
Yeah.
Line's nice.
Yep.
Gotta
like
be
the
back
line.
to it. Yep.
They do need to make sure they're to the reds.
Yep.
We'll see pretty soon if they're going to decide to go to the back one or the front one.
Whoa,
Hear them say 7, so you hear them say the top one, so they're going to try to let it sit there.
Back one. Yep. Sarah.
It's not going to curl enough.
Kind of getting stuck in between the two shots there.
Can I play hack at it?
It's kind of an unfortunate leave, too, because of where it is. It's far enough away from the back one.
You can just punch it through the hole.
Yeah. If it was almost any shorter, even with the front red, it would be pretty difficult to hit it through this port.
Right.
Yep. Throw 13 at it.
You can hear Lainey say that they want to throw a 13 at it, which is around hack weight.
Yeah.
Round hack, yep.
That'll be 13 seconds between the two hog lines.
Grab all of it, Leah. Just have
Okay, you still like hack?
I like this.
Okay, you got it.
I like 13 and a half.
Yep.
You can hear that they can see more than they thought they could from the hack,
Okay, yeah.
but they're still going to stick with the hack weight. There's no need to overthrow this one. I think
Yeah.
they'd really rather stick around somewhere in the back house on the other side.
Right.
Whoa. Straight. Straight. Yep. Hard.
See this one really starting to curl.
Straight. Hard. 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 Yep. Yep.
Will it be by the guard?
coming, yep.
It will.
Oh, yes.
Where does it go to?
Okay.
It ends up touching both, almost all 3 stones that were in the house.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, a little fluff out.
Yeah, 10-5 control.
It ticks off the front red, touches the yellow, pushes it back a little bit into the other red, and then rolls over to the center line.
Yeah.
So if Anna O'Hara makes her shot here, she will be sitting 2.
10-5.
Which definitely puts the force into play.
Definitely. Because the score is so close, we might see, depending on where the roll goes to, Lainey Strauss attempt the double for 3.
Right.
Because at most, they'll be happy if they only give up 1, assuming they hit the one that they're going for first.
Yeah, I think the double would definitely be worth the risk here.
Close. Just clean.
You can hear that the weight's good. It's control weight.
Just clean.
10-5, which is 10.5 seconds between the hog lines.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. No.
Yep.
No.
Sweeping now to hold the line.
Yep. Actually, I lied.
They'll try to roll away, and they do.
Nice shot.
That takes away the double.
Double, yeah.
I think we'll see Lainey Strauss throw a draw for her 1 point
Draw
now.
for 1, I agree.
Okay, you got it.
Full 8 foot. 35? Gotta be full 8 foot here, but.
Lainey just indicating to her sweepers that they need a little bit better than full 8 foot here to get their 1.
Line's
Sweeper's doing a heavy
Okay.
sweep right away.
Just
They want to
gotta
make
be
sure that
polite,
it's there.
Sounds like the weight should be close. Sweeping
You got
pretty
it.
hard now.
Yep.
Looks like it's tracking pretty well.
Yeah.
As Becca said, they do need it to be just more than full 8 to get their 1 point.
You're good, you're good, you're good.
Looks pretty good.
And it looks like it'll be right on the
One red.
forefoot. So that'll be a score of 1 for Team Strouse to take a 2-1 lead going into the 5th end.
Good sweep.
USA Curling is committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion in sport. Our new Icebreakers program, created and led by Deborah Martin and Dean Gemmel, will promote strategic outreach by clubs to Black, Indigenous, and populations of color that have been underrepresented in curling. By introducing our amazing sport to new groups, we can create lasting connections that will benefit our clubs and the communities around them. You can find more information about Icebreakers in the Diversity and Inclusion section at usacurling.org. Icebreakers. Share the sport, elevate the game.
We are back now with the 5th end of the women's final for the Junior National Championships. Last end we saw a nice hit and roll from Anna O'Hara, led to a force of 1 for Team Strouse. Scores now 2-1 to Team Strouse in the 5th end. Team Gourianova will have hammer here. I believe we'll see Team Strouse push a little hard to try to get a force on Team Gourianova in this end.
Absolutely.
It is an odd end, and a force here would shift momentum towards the favor of Team Strouse.
Good. She definitely.
Center guard made pretty well by Susan Dutt.
Yep. Good start.
See Catherine Gourianova sliding out, trying to throw top 4 behind this center guard.
1 of 6. Liz can push. Line's good, but still Liz. Yeah, it looks like you can go the whole way. Yep. Good sweeping.
Liz Janiak pushing
Good job,
to
you guys.
finish the rock over a little bit at the end.
Looks like it'll be perfectly buried in the top 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Really nice
more
start
weight.
by Catherine.
You think?
Line's real good.
Here, Lainey said the line's really good.
Girl.
They're attempting to make the freeze right onto the yellow.
Should come fine.
Sweeper
7,
saying
8,
8,
6.
so
Straight now.
but maybe coming down a little bit.
Straight now.
Looks like they stopped cleaning, so they might have caught in some fresh pebble.
Come on, guys. Gotta be here.
It does
gotta
look
be here.
like
Come on,
that.
short. Come on.
They want to try to make it within a foot of that rock, and it looks like they will.
The other side.
Here, Lainey said it peeks out on the other side, which is
Yeah.
actually a pretty good outcome, because they can still access it.
Absolutely.
This is one of those setup shots we were talking about earlier, where they're not necessarily trying to be sitting 1, just setting up so they can be sitting 1 later.
Later on, exactly.
Catherine Gourianova will be throwing very similar freeze.
One of 4. Line's good. Liz though. Sarah then.
The sweeper's not
line's
really
tight,
staying
though.
near this
Line's
one.
tight. Yep. Go line.
They want
Yep,
it to
yep,
die
get a
down.
bye, get a bye.
They might be able to draw around everything.
Draw around, yeah.
Get even.
It looks like it will pop up just a
Sorry.
little short.
Okay.
Maybe.
That might give Team Strouse an into that one on the top button.
Right.
Or just sit on top. That's good too. You like control? Yeah.
Here, Lainey call for Sydney Mulaney to throw
got
a
it.
control weight.
Nice and easy.
Try and move the yellow that's on the button off of the button into the back of
Yeah.
the house. But if they just end up rolling on top, that's totally fine too.
That's very good as well, exactly.
10-5.
Yeah, Susan holding this straight.
Hard, you gotta keep
They want to
going
get by both
hard.
reds. Looks like they're by the guard. Are they by the second one? They are.
Yes.
Really good.
Really nice shot by Sydney
Good
Mulaney.
shot.
Nice sweep by Susan
Yeah.
Dutt to hold it on the line.
Yes, absolutely.
Just feeling.
Once rocks get to their break point, which is the point they start curling, it's sometimes really hard to prevent it from continuing to curl.
Exactly.
So that early sweep there held that break point later on.
Mhm.
And I think that's what saved the shot.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
A similar thing happening now.
Yep.
Trying to hold this line, preventing it from curling.
Yep. And you roll. Roll away.
We want to try to roll this as far as possible.
Yep.
Nice throw by Sarah Olsen, a nice sweep by Anna O'Hara.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like to it. I like this. Put the pressure on.
Sydney
Okay.
Mulaney will now be throwing the out-turn freeze to the yellow on the button. This will give access for Team Strouse on both sides of this yellow stone.
Mm-hmm.
18. 6. It's really far out there. 5.
Hear Laney say it's far out there. So you'll see Susan, the outside sweeper, on the rock
6,
to
7.
try and
Do it. Like
kickstart that curl.
Yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Sweepers like the weight a lot, but it still looks like it needs to move.
Needs to
No
move a little
bounce.
bit.
No bounce. It's got to curl.
So they can't bounce
No
off.
bounce. We're not bouncing. We're not bouncing. Good. Real good.
Really
That's a
nice judge by the
really-
sweepers.
Yeah, really nice judge. Really good pair of stones by Sid there.
You could hear Laney say they can't bounce, so they didn't want to rub off that and leave Team Gourianova with the hit and roll
Yeah.
on top of their own yellow under the
Exactly.
staggered top house rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And the sweepers were good to know that the weight was never actually going to reach that stone.
Yeah.
It was very close, within a few inches, but they knew they were never going to bounce. So
Yeah.
they tried to get every inch of curl out of it that
Every
they
inch
could.
that they could, exactly.
Close. Close. Yep. Yep. Close.
See
Peel.
Anna sweeping again.
Close.
They're looking to make this front double. Able to do that. They also push the two red stones away from the center line.
They will sit 1.
1 and 3, it looks like.
1 and
Yeah.
3, yes.
Team Strauss will sit 2 and 4. Laney looking at calling the double.
I think we still go for it. Okay. If you just hit nose, that's good. Firm.
And here, Laney saying pro side here is to over curl just slightly, hit the rock on the nose, and go by the back one.
Right.
What they call is the double.
Normal. Yep.
Sweeping hard early.
Yep. Yep. Yes.
Looks close. They get it, they will. Will it go by the
Nice
back red? It will.
shot.
Nice shot by Leah. Team Gourianova will respond with another double.
Yep.
They might even be able to roll under the center guard
Yeah, absolutely.
and make the double in the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be ideal for sure.
Liz Janiak throwing.
Whoa. Close. Whoa.
Oh my God! I put that. You got it.
Whoa.
Anna losing her grip for halfway down the sheet.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
It's impressive that she stayed on her feet.
Right.
My bad.
They might actually get the roll under almost the corner guard on the other side.
Right.
I
Yeah,
have no idea why she
almost.
did that.
It will be open,
Yep.
but a good attempt.
Stay close.
Maybe a little bit of confusion halfway down with losing a
Mhm.
gripper.
Yeah.
Here Yavara with the out-turn hit.
Whoa. Gotta move a lot.
They don't have to stick around in the house, but they'd really like to keep that extra little piece of pressure on.
All right.
They will just touch it out of play.
Yep. Good enough.
Good
What
enough.
time was that?
Want to do this? Could try the draw behind.
No, I don't like
Or
drawing
that.
behind.
Hear a nice conversation happening for the whole team,
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
seeing if they want to try to draw behind or potentially
that was
just
really good.
clean up the rocks see if they can get away with a blank this end.
Right.
I think with it being 5th end and you still have 5 ends after this one, a blank is pretty good here.
Is absolutely going in with hammer in the 6th end would be pretty nice.
Yeah. Even just scoring there would be pretty good to hold your momentum.
Oh. Got it. It's fine.
Maybe we'll roll out. They do remove 1 red stone.
Yeah, top 8, top 12. I like that a lot.
Looks like Team Strouse will call it to just replace that stone.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
And want to prevent Team Gourianova from throwing a double on them.
You have time. Okay. Like there? Yeah, I do. A little more.
They'll be throwing the outturn draw. This is inside the path that we've been seeing for the center line draws. So they will be trying to get a little bit to the left of the center line from our point of view.
Yeah.
My shoe was literally, like, my lace was, like, under my slider as I was sliding. I was like...
You can hear Lainey there say that her shoelace was under her slider as she was sliding.
Must be a strange feeling.
Yeah. I'm sure any curlers know that if anything's under your slider, it's pretty prominent. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Probably thought she was scratching the ice with like a rock or something, and it ended up just being her shoelace. Lainey Strouse sliding out. Attempting to just split the house. Sweeper's on this one right away.
Okay, whoa, just fully.
I just want to make sure it's in the house.
Yep, hard.
Keeping their heads down. I don't even think they're saying anything. They just want to make sure they put all their energy into getting this rock to the house.
Absolutely.
Really working it.
Close.
Okay.
Really, really working it.
Good effort by Sid and Suze to get that rock there.
It will come up just shy.
Or I mean, it's out in the wing.
I mean,
I need to
whichever
stick
you like. Because they can hold a 10-5.
Oh, wait, I like 10-5 then.
You can hear Anna there say that they need to stick, and I do think that's a good point to make.
Yeah.
If they are to roll out, Lainey Strouse did just throw a guard that they can draw under, and then keep that force alive.
Yeah.
So Anna will try to throw a control weight and just hit right on the nose, force Lainey to play the hit back, and they'll go for a blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna nose.
Anna's rock is underway.
Just clean.
Hear Catherine say just to clean.
Yep.
Just want to hit this right on the nose.
Yep. Hard to nose.
Really want to make sure they stick around in the house. Looks like they will.
Yep. Nice shot by Anna.
9-5.
You like what?
9-5.
Okay.
You hear Lainey call for a 9-5, so the rock will take 9.5 seconds between the two hog lines.
Yep. What most teams will call a normal weight takeout.
So if you ever hear someone say normal, they're probably throwing between 9 and 9.5.
9-5.
Whoa, clean. Clean, straight.
Here, Lainey.
Straight. Whoa.
Same line's good. Just want to make sure they're on the nose and stay in the house. That way Anna will have to throw her last.
Yep.
They'll do just that. Two nice hits there by both skips.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anna will now throw a peel weight. Just try to hit this rock out of play and roll her shooter out as well.
Right.
It's 5th end break. Peel.
There's some excitement there for the 5th end break. Probably because they'll get some snacks.
They'll get some snacks and a couple of minutes to regroup with their coach and
re-energize for the second half of the game.
Yep.
Yep.
Here, Catherine calls sweep right away.
Liz Janiak sweeping the rock.
Try the other way.
See if they can try the other way. Looks like might have been a tight slide. They'll end up nosing and being forced to 1, so the score will be tied after 5 going to the 5th end break.
You betcha.
Oh, great. The show's starting.
Come on. Just trust me. Oh, trust you, like with the dollar oysters.
I don't think those were oysters.
You survived, so...
Wait, we can't go that way.
Watch this. They'll think we're VIP. Wow. He does think we're VIP. And backstage. Trust me now?
I never doubted you. I did for a second, but it's gone now. I trust you.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota. Let's go places.
USA Curling aims to provide continued programming to grassroots, junior, and diversity and inclusion initiatives. Support the future of curling in the United States by making a donation at usacurling.org/donate.
I don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
USA Curling's new logo is now on merchandise. Shop the latest USA Curling collection to show your pride by sporting a hat, t-shirt, sweatshirt, or quarter zip at usacurling.org/shop.
welcome back after the 5th end break. We're here starting end 6
Line's good.
of the women's final game here at the Junior National Championships.
Top floor.
Team Strouse and Team Gourianova are tied
Line's
at 2-2 each. And so we're seeing Catherine throwing her first rock here of the end. I believe the call was for top 4.
Yeah, a little, well, line.
And she'll do that, and she'll do just that. Nice shot by Catherine. Lainey deciding to hit. So we'll see Suze attempt the hit and roll to the wing.
Yep, straight. Yep.
Whoa!
Well.
Got a spinner. Yeah, push the stick.
Lainey indicating that this rock maybe has a little more rotation on it than usual. But it will roll and stick around on the rings, so nice shot by Suze.
Which way do you like? You like 9-5? 9-5?
I'm hoping the second half we'll get to see a little more aggressive plays.
Yeah, I agree.
The first half was pretty open house.
Pretty open. We did see some aggressive plays, but definitely more open.
Close. Whoa. Close. Yep.
It is looking like this might be a little bit more of an open end, potentially a blank.
It's a little surprising considering it's the second half and an even end, but
right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
The team's not too worried about keeping it close.
Exactly.
Although I did see Lainey just signal for this to be a corner guard.
Ah, yes.
I think no.
This is a Dutch rock on the way. You can hear Leah call out 3.
4.
So they believe it's already to where they're looking for.
I can't do anything. 7.
Sweeper's indicating that
7.
it's a little heavy and definitely will slip into the
I
outs.
was way too excited about that delayed corner.
You hear them make a joke about the delayed corner.
She was very excited to throw it.
You like 10-5?
Potentially a little too excited because now that they're accepted into the house.
Right.
But no worries there. They'll have another chance to throw it in a minute, or they can always restart next end.
10. Close. Yup. Yes.
So we'll do some quick score updates on the other games going on.
Yeah.
On sheet 2, the other women's game, the bronze medal game, Team Jones leads Team McDonald 4-2 after 5. Team McDonald will have the hammer. In the men's gold medal game, Team Casper leads Team Oldenburg 2-1 after 5 ends, and Team Oldenburg will have the hammer in the 6th. And then Team Wendling versus Team Tuma, the bronze medal men's game. Team Tuma is leading 8-4 after 5, and Team Wendling will have the hammer.
It's a high-scoring game.
It is. See some 4s and 3s on the board.
Wow.
From both teams.
Okay. Good sweep.
So far, just mostly trading hits.
Yep.
This end looking like it's fast forwarding just to a blank.
Better. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. A little up again. Whoa.
Hear them say that might be a little up again.
Whoa. That's fine. That's good.
We'll hit and stick right on the nose. No problems with that.
Yep.
Lainey will call a hit right back. Sydney Mulaney throwing.
Hard.
Our call for pushing for a piece of the stones. They're trying to make it carve over, grab as much as they can. They will hit the stone and they'll hit it out of play, but they'll also roll out at the same time.
Goal accomplished.
Exactly. Catherine Gourianova calling for a top 4 draw. You can hear the sweeper say they like an 05. That's 4.05 seconds between the back line and the hog line.
Yep.
It's really useful for individual players to see how fast they need to slide for their stone to make it to the house.
Exactly. It's also useful for the sweepers. You'll often see sweepers have a stopwatch around their waist to clock the times, and that helps them judge the weight of the rock more accurately.
Get it deeper.
Looks like this rock will go right to the top 8. It's a nice throw by Liz Janiak.
Roll. 10-5.
See Leah Yavaro throw the hit right back.
Yep. Yes. Whoa. Yep.
Sweeping hard to make sure they stick around.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Your way.
They'll probably like to roll to the wing, so they do a little bit.
Yep.
There are actually 2 lefties on Team Gourianova.
You're right, yeah.
Both Anna O'Hara and Liz Janiak, who's currently throwing. There aren't too many lefty curlers that you see around.
Yeah, not a whole lot for sure.
The one advantage of lefties curlers is that they actually see slightly different angles looking at the house.
Yep.
So some rocks that might look fully buried to a right-handed player are actually a piece open for left-handers.
What do you like?
It is vice versa, though.
It's very true.
A rock that could be quite open for a right-handed curler, a lefty might not be able to see. So
there's some benefits and some downsides to each.
to either, exactly.
Real good.
It does look like Liz Janiak's stone rolled out of play, so Team Strouse will take the opportunity to try and freeze onto it.
Gotta slow down.
They don't want to bump it much because they want to keep that yellow rock in playing bounds.
Right.
Looks like they'll do that. They won't necessarily be sitting on it, but with it so close, it makes it a little trickier to look at.
Right.
Normal?
9-5.
Calling a normal weight hit.
Intern, can I have my intern, please? Thank you.
Now Anna is also a lefty. You'll see she'll call for her in-turn. Typically you look at this rock and you'll see, hey, that's the out-turn, but no, that's just for righties.
Close. Yep. 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 Yep.
Sweeping this one to hold it.
Okay, whoa, whoa,
Want to stick around, make sure this red goes out of the house.
Nice.
We'll do just that. It's a nice throw by Anna.
Yeah, I like to hit with a slight roll out, or like roll to this way. Yeah, right? Normal. I like that. She threw 9-5.
Looks like they'll try to throw a normal weight hit, try to flop over in front of the yellow that they froze to on their previous shot.
Yep.
Where do you like ice?
This will make it a little bit harder for Team Gourianova to remove it if they do make this roll successfully.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay, you got it.
Yep. 9-5.
Lainey just letting her sweepers know what weight they're going to be throwing
Try
at
to
this.
sit right on top of this one, but again, hard shot. Just nose here is good too.
And here confirming that they are going to try to flop in front of that yellow stone. But saying not to worry if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
It's difficult. They'll just do their best to make it. They'll be completely fine as long as they stick around. That's their main goal.
Exactly.
Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Yep.
Whoa. Yep.
Sounds like it's close. You hear them calling on and off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
We'll roll out. Good.
They will get a small roll.
Right,
Not
pretty close.
Yeah, not quite to the yellow, but
Yeah.
enough to stay in the rings, which is what they really wanted. See Anna throwing the same intern hit.
Well, close.
Hear one of the supers say 9, so it might be a little bit higher, heavier than they expected. They'd love to stick around here.
Sarah.
They won't quite stick around.
Yep.
They do remove the stone from play.
Oh no.
And because of that, I'm sure we'll see Team Strouse throw this rock through the house.
Blank.
I think we take our 1, right?
What do you like?
Hear them actually discussing what they'd rather do.
Exactly.
My personal instinct would be to blank this end.
I agree.
Go light in the 7th and maybe score in the 8th. Looks like they are electing to score their 1 here.
Because it seems like that's all we've been doing.
Seems like the reasoning is more so to change up the momentum of the game and what's been happening. Lainey's saying that's all we've been doing.
Right, so maybe they'll take their 1 here and decide to try and shift gears, maybe get a little more aggressive in the coming ends.
Exactly. Changing it up can actually surprise you a team sometimes.
Exactly. Sometimes you can get so into the rhythm of a game and just hitting rocks that it can be quite a shock. Quite a shock when you're starting to throw draws and freezes and tap backs. Yeah.
14-5.
Here Leah say this is a 14-5 between the two hog lines, which should stop somewhere in the house. And it will. So Team Strouse will take their 1 in the 6th end, keep hammer in the evens, and they'll take a lead of 3-2 after the 6th.
The Granite Society recognizes your financial support of the USA Curling mission by virtue of your loyalty and leadership gifts. Through your Granite Society donation, you inspire continued development of the sport, as USA Curling can fund grassroots growth and development that prepares our nation's athletes to represent Team USA on the world stage, Olympic and Paralympic Games. Join the Granite Society today.
We are back with the 7th end of our feature matchup between Team Strouse and Team Gourianova. This is the gold medal game of the Women's Junior Nationals. We saw last end that Team Strouse elected to take their 1 point instead of blanking the end to take a 1-point lead.
Line's good!
Their main reasoning was that they wanted to change up the momentum of the game. They realized that a lot of the ends have been blanks, mainly by them, and they figured it was good to change it up, get a little jump on the other team.
Right.
It is pretty good.
Push a little.
Gotta come back to center now. You're good there. Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't want it too tight. We gotta come around.
You're good.
They have Susan Dutt throw a tight center guard. She makes it just well.
Nice start.
Let's go this way.
Either way is fine. It's
Strike to get top 8. Top
Team Gourianova going for the draw around this guard that was put up.
Whoa, it looks like more. It looks like more than that.
Super seem to like it.
Yep, Liz.
Anna likes the line.
Whoa, just 5.
They want this one to be above the T line. Anna saying just 5, which means top 8, exactly.
It's not like right there.
It will be a little deeper than they were hoping for, but it is fully buried behind the guard. So it's a nice shot there by Catherine.
I like it. You got it.
See Suze make one of these freezes again. Again, like we've said before, this is definitely a setup shot for Team Strouse here.
Pretty hard finish, but I think it's okay. 6.
Stay
7.
Line.
6, 7.
Gotta be
7,
here.
8.
Line will come. Whoa, on
7.
line.
7.
Super saying that the weight's at the T line already.
Line straight.
Might be a little too heavy to make that freeze. Looks like they'll actually bump off a little bit.
We'll chap off just a titch.
Looks like the weight really came down. They may have been able to try and make the rock curl a little bit. See if they could try to not roll off as much as they did.
More of the rock, yeah.
Exactly.
Edge to edge.
Since it did bounce off, we will see Team Gourianova go for the hit on the stone. They'll either try to flop underneath the center guard with their other one, or they'll try to roll to the wing.
What's weight? Close.
This is a chance to sit
yep.
two.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Close. Close. Sarah.
They like the line.
Sarah, go.
Looks like they're trying to get that roll under.
Push. Hard, 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 hard.
It's pretty close.
They'll just sit nose.
A really good attempt there. That was not an easy shot to get by the guard and get a roll under.
Absolutely.
You like that? Yeah, I've got to throw a little down though. Hack, board. I like board.
13.
See some good communication between Sydney and Laney. Looks like they ended up choosing to throw a board weight, hit and roll under the center guard.
Yep.
This will be one of those setup shots to set up a later run to get rid of the yellow that is
Board,
in the forefoot.
yep. Whoa. Board. Close, yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Get ready to push. Push.
Whoa, whoa, push. Push, push.
There might not be enough weight to make the double, so they probably want to get as close to nose as possible on this one. So they won't quite.
Okay.
It will remove the rock that was behind the guard, though.
10-5.
But it does leave the opportunity for Team Gourianova to sit three.
Sit three.
With the hammer, too. Sarah Olsen looking to hit and stick on this red stone. They get the inside roll to the center line. They'll be okay with that, too, I'm sure.
Yep, hard. Yep.
Really sweeping to hold this one.
10. Yep.
They're definitely rolling.
10-3. No.
Will they stick under the center guard? They will not. They'll end up poking out to the other side.
But that is a pretty accessible double.
I like that a lot. Do you want to throw control? Sure. Throw board. Yeah. I just threw it.
Looks like they'll throw board again because they just threw that in the previous shot.
Electing to just throw a hit and roll under the center that they've set up this end.
12-5. 12-5.
Super's indicating it's close, maybe a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
12.
Close. Yep.
They really want to make sure they get the roll under.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
They don't need to be shot.
Oh, nice shot,
very nice shot.
Sid.
That will be fully buried under the center guard. And shot stone over the two yellows.
Just sit.
Great team shot there.
Yep. Close. Weight's good. Yep. 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 Yes. Yes.
So they're trying to throw a freeze down to the red that Sydney just rolled to the button.
You're good on line.
Making sure it gets by.
Close,
yeah. I want to make sure it gets by that guard, and it does.
Good shot.
A really nice shot there by Sarah Olsen.
I think you can like kick it out. Like not all the way out, but like kind of out.
Yeah.
How much do you have?
Oh, plus like an inch.
You want to throw board?
Board?
I think even if you do kick it out a little bit, you're still leaving a red double available for Team Gourianova.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe the thought is that you kick it out from the guard so you have access to hit it later.
Right.
Even if they make this double now.
What happens if we sit on the yellow?
Yeah?
Just to keep another red in play.
Yeah, I
like
think
here?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think sitting.
If you
or
tap
even
it back,
maybe-
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, to there?
Yeah.
I like this call.
I like this call that they came to as well. I think sitting or tapping back, creating maybe a little bit of separation, but not enough that that red double is exposed is a good call for sure.
Really wide, all the way wide.
And currently, it's pretty hard for
Wait for the break.
Team Gourianova to get to the yellow they just drew
Mine's
to
better.
freeze. Because it is fully buried with not much space between the guard and the yellow stone.
Absolutely.
Line's real good, straight if you can.
I'd really like to make sure this does get to those yellows in the forefoot. Sweeping hard to hold the line.
Hard.
They're okay with freezing in the pocket. They just want to make sure they get there.
Get it there.
Which it looks like they will.
Pretty good.
It's a pretty good spot.
Pretty good spot.
That red is definitely not leaving anytime soon.
Right.
Take the PO.
I think it's probably in Gourianova's favor to clear this guard out and make sure they have access to that pile of rocks.
I agree. It's getting a little cluttered in there.
Right.
I'd really prefer not to give up a steal of one and set up the first 2-point difference in this game.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep.
Clock is over curling for what they were calling. They might run it into the house though. See a lot of movement.
A lot of movement. But it does open it up a little bit.
It does. Yellow will be sitting 1 and 3.
I think we leave the yellow in the forefoot alone and nose that one. I like that a lot.
Troll?
Yep.
You hear Leah talking about just nosing this one.
Yeah.
I do think if you nose it, you might leave them the hit and roll under.
Right.
That make it harder.
Yeah.
On yourself. So I do like that Laney called this little hit and flop towards the forefoot line.
Exactly.
Yep. Whoa.
Yes.
Yep.
Straight.
Whoa. Yep.
Sounds like it's close.
Very close.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's a pretty good spot.
Good spot by Leah. Nice sweep by Sid there.
I wonder if they left a triple.
You could do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you make that double on the top reds, it might
Right.
catch the back one that
Catches
just rolled
the-
over.
I think you're right. There definitely is a triple. I think Catherine sees it as well.
Even if you just make the front
the
double,
double.
that's a pretty good setup for yourself.
Absolutely.
Interesting to see what Team Strouse would do in response.
Mm-hmm.
If they would draw or try to hit and roll over.
Right.
Close.
Liz Janiak
Whoa. Close.
attempting this double in the front.
Whoa.
Catherine saying,
Stay close.
whoa. They want it to curl a little more. Looks close.
Nice. A nice shot,
She
Liz.
will
Oh,
make
and
it.
She'll get all three. Great throw.
Great shot.
Really nice shot by Liz Janiak. Didn't even need the sweepers.
Yes. All on her
I like that a
own.
lot, yeah.
Control?
Okay, we got it.
It's the second triple by that team this game.
You're right. Yeah. It's very impressive.
It is.
Yeah, if we can. Yeah, we have been making the rolls actually pretty good, so.
Laney Strauss looking to hit this yellow in the back forefoot and roll into the center guard.
Mm-hmm.
They want to make Anna throw something that chases after them.
Exactly.
Whoa. Clean, yep, straight. Whoa, yep.
Sounds like it's close. They
Yes,
have Sydney off and on.
Yes. Yep. No. Yes, I know.
Does look like it pulls up. Should be roughly half open, I think.
Mostly buried. It will be a little more buried for Anna on this side being a lefty.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I like it. And it's back there too, so.
I assume they're looking to hit and roll away from the center guard.
Yeah. They definitely want to get separation from that guard, so Laney doesn't have the chance to roll under again.
Or freeze.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I like hack.
This one is behind the tee line.
You're right.
As far as you can. Roll up. Close. Close. Stay close.
Sarah
Catherine
Olsen staying close on the sweep here.
Yeah, Catherine likes the line.
Yep.
Liz.
Calling Liz here at the end.
Oh, yep. Straight.
Switching to straight. Getting a little bit of a roll out. Nice shot.
It's a very nice shot.
So, yeah. Same. You want to throw the same weight?
Yep.
You got
Gonna
it.
force Lainey Strouse to try the hit and roll back under the guard.
She was very close last time, so another attempt at it.
If they're anywhere near the guard, it'll
Control.
force Anna to throw a pretty similar shot to what she just tried. A lighter weight, probably hack.
Right.
Yeah.
Remove the red from
Less
play and
bar to roll,
grab their 2.
So.
Close, yep.
Here Leah calls Sydney to sweep.
Push.
Calling for push now.
Straight. Whoa, yep, straight.
Sounds
yep,
close.
Straight,
Sounds
yep,
like it's
straight.
close.
Low. Yep. Whoa. She's a
Really
left-handed
nice
thrower.
shot.
Really nice shot by Lainey Strouse.
You
Really
actually
good.
hear Leah bring up a really good point that we've been talking about, that Anna is a left-handed thrower.
Yeah. So you almost don't want to get it fully buried because she can throw her in-turn at it.
But it looks like they didn't roll it too far because Anna will be throwing her out turn still.
My last weight was up.
Yeah, that's perfect
My last
placement.
weight was
Great
up.
shot by Lainey Strouse.
Okay. Oh yeah, I have a sliver. I'll throw a better hack.
Anna will be throwing the same shot. Hack weight, try to remove this red from play and stick her yellow in the house. She said she will throw a better hack. I'm not too sure if she was heavy or light on her previous one.
Yeah.
Close.
Here Catherine say close.
Push.
Calling
Liz.
for the curl. I want to make this rock move over.
Coming over now. All the way. Push.
They want to hit as much of this red as they can.
Yep.
They'll actually end up going right by it, and that will be a steal of 1 after a nice hit and roll by Lainey Strouse to bring Team Strouse up 4-2 after 7 ends.
USA Curling's new logo is now on merchandise. Shop the latest USA Curling collection to show your pride by sporting a hat, t-shirt, sweatshirt, or quarter zip at usacurling.org/shop.
We're back with the 8th end of our feature matchup for the gold medal game of the Women's Junior National Championship. Last end, Lainey Strouse made a really nice lightweight hit and roll behind a center guard, which forced Anna to go wide with her out turn, wide on the sheet with her out turn. Just breezed by it, barely clipped it. Ended up with a steal for Team Strouse.
3. Mine's good.
And that will give the game its first 2-point difference.
3. Like here.
It's been a battle of 1 point back and forth the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Straight. If you go straight. I think it's probably okay. A little bit, if you can. A little tighter. Good.
Nice start again by Susan. She's really been setting those guards up well this game.
Here's some laughter out on the sheet, which is nice to hear.
Yes.
We can do a quick score update on the other sheets. Over at the gold medal men game, Team Oldenburg scored 2 in the 6th end to take a 3-2 lead over Team Casper. Team Casper will have the hammer in the 7th end. For the men's bronze medal game, Team Wendling took 3 in the 6th end to bring the game into 1 point, within 1 point.
Wow.
Team Tumo is leading currently 8-7 after 6. And over on the women's bronze medal game, there's been 2 blanks in a row, And currently they're playing the 7th, and there's a lot of rocks in play, so we'll have a score on that soon. But currently the score is still 4-2 in favor of Team Jones after 6 ends.
Yeah.
Susan Dutt did throw a center guard on her first. Catherine Gourianova attempted to come around it on her first and come in a little bit deep.
Can you wait?
And now we'll see that Susan Dutt is going to try to freeze down to the yellow that's in the back of the house.
Yep. Lainey's saying that line's really good here.
Make it good. Yep.
Girls working to grind this here, really digging in.
We'll drag this as far as they can.
Hard push. You can get it buried. Hard push. Good, Susan.
Really good sweep by both Sid and Leah to get that rock there.
Catherine Gourianova with their second shot at the end. They're looking to freeze onto the stone that Susan Dutt just placed on the top 4 foot.
Yep. Always nice. As far as you can, yes.
Hear Catherine yelling that they need to bring it as far as they can. It will come up a bit light as a 3 guard.
It's fine. Sorry. That's okay.
Does leave a second center that Team Strouse can be able to use.
Yeah. We won't be second shot, but we'll be third.
I was about to
we
mention
can just
that.
come this
Not
way.
sure if they'd be shot if they came down to their own.
You like sitting
but
on it?
They would be able to tap it a little bit closer to the button, making it even
But
harder for the team to come down to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't like freezing second shots, so they just blast.
Yeah. Like a 20?
No. I think so.
Okay.
Line's a little tight.
5, 6.
Sweepers on this one.
7.
I'm saying 5, 6, 7. So it's right around that range that they're looking for.
Should be close, yeah.
Should land somewhere in the 4 foot. Here, Lainey called the line's tight. I believe they're coming down back to the back yellow, right? Doesn't look like it's quite going to get there, but they want to make sure they're buried as possible.
That's a good shot.
Okay.
Looks like it's about half buried.
Yeah, that's definitely a pro side miss there.
For sure.
On field? Just feel.
I think nose can get.
You can see Catherine calling the peel for Sarah Olson. I believe they call a straight peel, but if you end up getting both of them or getting some movement in the house, that's definitely fine with them, I'm sure.
Right.
Just the top one, that's fine.
They do just get the top one, but that's still a nice peel by Sarah Olson.
Higher the better.
Let's see Lainey call a guard. Just kind of replace what they had there. The higher the better. So they'd rather it be a 1 than a close guard.
Absolutely. The more separation here between these guards, the better.
My only thinking that is if it's too high, the Team Gourianova can still get around and get to that red that's in the top 4
One's
foot.
real good.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So they do want to make sure they're at least deep enough to prevent Team Gourianova from doing that.
From making a play at that, yeah.
Hard, girls! Really gotta be over. It looks really, really good.
Susan and Leah working hard to make this one over the hog line. It's really close. Really trying to drag it. Looks like it just makes it over.
Makes it over.
Hard over as it's already over the line.
Here, Lainey's saying they already knew it was over, but still trying to motivate those sweepers to drag it as far as possible.
Right. Yeah, great sweep by Susan Leah there to get it there.
Right here. 9-5. Jack time field.
This looks like they're going to try to curl just past nose of this yellow rock, run it into the red in the top 8, and then into the red in the top 4.
Yeah.
Another situation where I'm sure they'll be pretty happy with just a single peel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looks close.
I think we'll just peel it. That's fine. Okay.
That one never really wanting to cross the center line.
You're right.
Team Strouse looking to just replace that guard with one of their own.
40.
Sure, they'll be a little happier that the rocks guarding their own are going to be their color.
Yeah.
If you're ever to run your opponent's color into the house, sometimes you end up jamming it in and leaving it in the house. So you'd rather have it be your own.
Right, absolutely.
Gotta curl a lot.
Laney saying
Can you
out
wait?
of hand that
Can you
it's got to
wait? You
move
gotta
a
wait.
lot.
Nope, keep
There's
curling.
no break yet. Line's good.
You heard no break yet. The rock hasn't started to curl.
Hard, you guys
It has
gotta keep
now,
going
but at the point
every
she yelled that it
bit.
hadn't.
You cannot get off this rock. Hard, you cannot get off this
You
rock.
really want to make sure that she's at least touching the center line.
Hard. Hey.
It won't quite make it over, so there is a gap between the two of them, but it's not a large one.
It's not a large one, that's for sure.
You want to try it?
Looks like they will attempt this double through the port.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plan B, hit one of the guards or both of the guards. It's a totally acceptable outcome in this case.
Absolutely.
Liz Janiak sliding out.
Oh.
And I'm saying whoa and never. It's close to this top guard. It might squeeze by it. It does. Will it get both reds? It'll only get one.
Just get one. But it'll stick around in the rings, which is important.
That's okay.
That will force Team Strouse to make a choice here.
Yeah.
I just don't want to leave a double.
I was going to say the risk about drawing in is that you might have a chance of leaving a double.
Good guard. We could hit.
My first instinct
I'm
was
not
to
sure
try
you
the
can
long
really
hit and
get
roll
this
off the
very
rock
well
that just rolled
without
to the
jamming
other
or
side.
rolling out.
I agree with that for sure. They definitely have to be careful about
if we actually
yellow
drew
rocks
this way and left it, like,
collecting on the edges.
Definitely. We've seen that come back to haunt some teams in other games. Given that they do have a 2-point advantage for the first time in this game for any team, they don't want to give up more than 2.
Right.
Especially here in the 8th end.
Absolutely. Leah sliding down to chat with Laney a little bit more about the shot.
It's always a good idea if the shot's complicated or very important to have more than one person to make the decision.
Making the decision and being on the same page.
Hit that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit that, or
especially if it's the thrower that's coming down to check it
try
out.
and overbury.
Sometimes it's better for the sweeper to, or sorry, the
really know
thrower
if I can
to
get
see
there.
what they are
Play
going to be
this way.
throwing.
What do you want to do?
Sydney
I
Mulaney
think
joining
try
the
the guard.
conversation.
I
You
think
can
you
see
throw
Susan
the
Duck
guard
coming
up
down as well.
high.
Yep.
We might see the timeout being called here.
Yeah.
There, right? That's where you're throwing it.
Top 12.
I'm still
We
a
ever
fan of the
guard
hit.
This way,
I
like, come
agree.
around, and as soon as we get past this,
I understand the concept of the
No,
guard, but
'cause if you miss,
you kind of heard
it's a hard
Laney say it
shot.
earlier, guarding for your life.
Fighting for your life. There's one lonely red sitting at the top of the 4-foot, which is in a pretty good
I don't
good
mind
place,
using it.
but
that.
if it was ever to get removed, then yellow could score a bundle, and hitting
Definitely.
that could prevent that.
We do in fact see the timeout called. So Team Strouse calling their timeout. We'll see Coach Courtney George come down from the far end.
Yeah.
And they double it. Like if you come here and you sit where I want to sit,
No, I agree with
you could come through and tap it.
Oh, just kidding. She's at the home end.
She's at the home
She was
end.
so bundled up I didn't recognize her there.
She doesn't have that far to go. Just had to take her winter coat off and.
Yeah.
So teams are granted travel time for their coach to get to them before the 1 minute begins.
I believe 60 seconds, regardless of if you're at the home end or the far end.
That is judged before the event by the officials.
Third
They'll determine how long it will take for at the longest point to get to the other
my
side
gosh.
before
Yeah.
the 1 minute begins, and they determine that 60 seconds for this building. And the good news for the coaches and the team that if the coach gets there before that time is up,
Yeah,
it still keeps going.
They get extra
almost
time.
get
Exactly. It's almost like prep time for the team to talk before the coach gets there about
Before-
what they want to talk about with the coach.
Yeah, collect their thoughts a little bit.
Even
for
if
sure,
we're up
absolutely.
here, that's okay, right? As long as
No,
we're
travel
third
time just
shot.
ended.
pretty bad.
So there's 1 minute left in this timeout. Once that minute's up, we'll see an
I don't
official
think
come
this
and
is
tell
that
the coach
bad.
that the minute is
The
up and
dou-
they have
the
to go back to their
double-
seat.
Like, this
And then
is
Team
pretty
Strouse's thinking time clock
have
will
almost
continue to
all
run
of
after
this.
Yeah,
that.
but you going to the getting to the inside of it would be pretty hard, I think.
double.
Looks like after discussion with their coach, Courtney George, they're going to decide to freeze down to the back yellow.
Yep.
I don't mind this call.
Yeah.
I think as long as you're out counting the yellow that they just rolled, the other team just rolled to the edge of the house, then it's good enough.
I think, yeah, absolutely. As long as they have 2 counters of some sort in the house, then that's a good outcome.
I think Courtney did bring up a good point, too, that there really is no double on the reds if you bring it deep enough.
Yeah.
Because they,
Really
the
wide.
team Gourianova, they can't see the
Line's good.
left side of that red from our point of view.
Right, yeah, that's a good point for sure.
Gotta
So if
come
this rock
back
is to
a lot.
the right of that rock and deep enough, there won't be any double on these two.
Looks like it's got a lot of curling to do here. Lots of room.
Hard, gotta be at least touching the 8 foot. Be third counter.
See if it's
hard,
really
hard,
dragging
hard.
this to get to be third counter. It's very close.
Coming up a
Just
little bit
short.
light.
Okay, let me get rid of that. I think we come through the port again.
And Gourianova with a chance to hit this rock out and sit 3.
Yeah, that's pretty close to control.
Yes! Yes!
The captain calls sweeping right away. They really want to make sure they're by this top guard.
Whoa!
Yep, hard.
Whoa!
It looks like they will be. Will they stick around in the house?
Nice shot, Liz.
It looks like they will.
Yeah, it does look like they will.
Nice throw by Liz Janiak.
Give her a
It even spins back a little bit there.
I mean, you put a tap, or you have this.
What?
You can
I don't mind playing the double.
Yeah, we can put that.
I think we got to get rid of a rock.
Oh, absolutely.
Lainey bringing up a really good point that they definitely have to start removing a couple of rocks here.
Firm.
I definitely agree that removing a stone here is a good idea. It's getting to the point where it's really not worth throwing a draw and perhaps not making it perfect and leaving them an opportunity, the other team, to score
For more
4.
than 3.
Yeah, we're playing the double. Firm.
I think limiting the other team to 3 is the absolute max for Team Strouse here.
Absolutely. There is a double here, though.
Yeah, there definitely is a double. And if it ever overcurls just a little bit, you can still make the hit and roll over behind the pile of guards.
Exactly, and there's a lot of places to roll to here, so definitely wanting to hit the thin portion of this rock.
Hard!
Sweeping hard on this one to keep it on the inside.
Really hard.
Well, nope.
They will just catch the outside of this rock and roll out of the rings.
It was important to remove the stone, so
it's
good they at least got that done.
It's like a guard and a draw.
Kind of behind that one,
See,
Like peeking
Team
out a little
Gourianova
bit.
talking about what they want to do with this stone, where they want to place it to make it as hard as possible for Team Strouse to count them down.
Yep.
It's like,
yeah, you got it.
just behind that center. It's like literally like almost hog. Yeah, just top 8, top 4.
So you can hear Anna there saying that they want to land this top 8, top 4 behind that high center guard.
Just buried behind.
They do know that it's so high up that Lainey Strouse will be able to get around it with a lighter weight hit.
Yeah.
So that's why they want to keep it a little bit higher in the house to prevent there being any easy double.
Absolutely.
Line's good.
Hard then.
Do 5.
Line's good.
Line's good, all you.
Liz.
They really like the
On its
line.
own.
Sweepers staying close. Looks like
girl.
they really enjoy this weight.
Push, yeah,
Yep,
push.
girl.
Push. Go, 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 go.
Push it,
go,
push it,
go,
push it,
Gotta
go,
make sure it's in the
go,
house.
Go,
They
go,
will.
go, 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 go. That's okay.
Right in the center of the top 12.
How much?
Oh. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Or can we get shot, do you think?
I think if we
Can you roll right on top of it?
Yeah.
I think you have to play that.
Lainey and Leah looking at
Like, we can give
seeing
it
if
to
they
you.
can roll in off this outside yellow.
Control?
Okay.
Even if they just get under the
Yeah, I do a
red
lot.
guard there, that's
You
going
got it.
to
Looks good.
make it hard for Team Gourianova to get any more than 2 points.
Exactly.
Can't totally tell from this angle, but it's
Not
close to edge on edge.
Yeah. Lainey asked how much you could see, and Leah said pretty confidently that she could see
or
all
like
of it.
honestly,
so at
if
least
we
edge
can
to
get
edge, maybe a
second
little more.
shot behind these guards, that's pretty good too.
Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Close. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Push.
Looks like this is pretty close.
Hard push.
Pushing to make this curl. They want to try to roll in. They will hit right on the nose. So that will leave Ano O'Hara a chance to hit on nose and score 3 points here in the 8th end.
Yes.
10-5. 10-5.
Here, honestly, they're throwing 10-5, which is a control weight hit. The safe weight to play out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Close. Whoa.
Maybe I'll close that out of hand.
Wait for Sarah.
Just cleaning.
Sarah.
Calling Sarah on the outside sweeper, trying to make this one curl.
Sarah.
They hit it thin.
They will hit it out enough to score 2, but won't stick around for the 3rd point here.
So we'll have a tie game after 8 ends in this women's gold medal final.
USA Curling aims to provide continued programming to grassroots, junior, and diversity and inclusion initiatives. Support the future of curling in the United States by making a donation at usacurling.org/donate.
Alright, we are back with the 9th end of the gold medal final for the Junior Women's National Championship.
Tied game.
Last set we saw Team Gourianova with the chance to hit and stick for 3. They didn't quite stay around, but they did remove the stone to give themselves 2 points to bring it to a tie game now in the 9th.
Sarah's rock.
With it being such a low-scoring game, we'll likely see Team Strouse try to keep this end pretty clear. If they get a chance to score there too, I'm sure they'll take it, but I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to get a blank.
Good.
Absolutely, and carry the hammer on into the 10th end.
Exactly. We'll do a quick score update on the other sheets as they're coming to a close as well. The women's bronze medal game, Team Jones leads Team McDonald 5-3 after 8. Team McDonald will have the hammer in the 9th end. For the men's gold medal game, the 8th was blanked, so Team Oldenburg will lead Team Casper 3-2 in the 9th end, and Team Casper will have the hammer.
Doing really good.
For the men's bronze medal game, Team Wendling stole a point in the 7th end to bring it to a tie. So Team Tuma and Team Wendling are tied at 8 in the 8th end, and Team Tuma will have the hammer.
Yeah.
Games are still very close coming into these final few ends.
Yeah. Very little of that rock.
And we did have a take attempt here on Susan's first.
Is that close?
But she did knock the yellow rock out of play, so the red rock gets removed and the yellow rock goes back to where it was due to the free guard zone.
And that free guard zone will last until the 5th stone comes to rest. So we call it the 5 rock rule.
Line's good. Sarah, close.
Used to be 4 rocks until a couple seasons ago when
Yeah.
they bumped it up to 5.
Exactly.
No. That's like, yeah, it's back line. That's okay.
Sweeper's not staying near this one. They want this to stick in the house. They're going to make it as hard as possible for Team
That's
Strouse
okay,
to blank the end. It does just bite in the back.
Just bite.
Try it again.
Looks like we'll see them try the tick again.
You like trying it again?
You might see them try the out-turn this time, and if it ever goes by, they get the one in the house.
Yeah.
I think we actually just heard Leah say that at the same time as me.
I'm throwing a bit less.
Yep, and they are, so they're coming from the other direction.
Susan indicating that she will be throwing a little bit less weight on this one.
Back line!
Milling back line.
Throwing sweep early on.
Really gotta go.
Working hard to hold this line.
Really gotta go.
Heard Leah say T-line to the mic there.
Whoa, whoa, I don't know how big this. We're hitting this right now. All right.
This does over-curl, tap the yellow into the house, but both yellows are open. However, Team Strouse does leave a center guard there in the middle of the sheet.
Line's good.
Sarah Olsen looking to place a rock on the top 4 foot underneath the center guard that was left behind by Susan Dutt.
Finish if you can.
Really like to keep this above the tee. They don't want to create any backing that can potentially be used by Team Strouse later on.
Right.
Okay, whoa. Let's leave it there. My bad. That's good.
It will slip behind the tee. Pretty sure we'll see, yeah, I was going to say that we'll see them hit these rocks instead of peeling the guard.
Absolutely.
If there's only one yellow in the house, they might just peel their own guard.
You got it.
But with there being 2 rocks and a pretty open double available, we'll definitely try that.
Sydney Mulaney going for the hit and roll underneath the center guard. See the sweeper on the outside sweeping, trying to carve it over. You might see a double instead.
Get the double.
Over top, maybe.
Real good. That's fun.
Doesn't make the double or the roll, but it clears all the rocks out of the center line.
Exactly.
And that's a lot more beneficial to Team Strouse.
Oh, you.
Sarah Olsen with her second shot at the end.
Plenty
Looking
of room.
to try the same shot she did on her first.
Where's this
She's in top
rock?
4 draw. Sweepers seem to think it's a little bit heavy. Not really touching it as it comes into the house.
If you can.
Yeah.
Some situation where they want it to be above the tee.
Yep. You can. Good to wait.
We'll slip to top button.
Should be able to see part of it. But attempting the run back here.
You got it. Just stay 5.
Even if they end up just peeling the guard or catching one of the yellows in the house, I think they'll be okay with this outcome.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's required that they stick on this one. See Leah sweeping hard to hold this.
Yeah.
It's close.
Sorry, my bad.
She almost makes the double.
Nice shot by Sid. Yeah.
They do roll the shooter off the center line.
Top 8's good.
Yeah. I'll go ahead.
Liz Janiak looking to draw right under this corner guard that Sydney Mulaney left behind.
Yeah.
Keep putting on pressure, trying to keep rocks in the hidden.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the sweepers say 7 out of hand.
No backing.
Not really wanting to touch it.
How much? Will it stop?
They really want this one to stop in the house. It's coming close to the biter in the back there.
Sorry.
We'll actually hit it out of the house.
Yeah.
We can try to hit, get out of it, or draw for 2.
This is a big decision here for Team Strouse.
Yeah, they essentially have to decide if they want to go for the blank here or if they want to go hard for 2.
Like a 15?
I think if they know this draw path pretty well, I wouldn't mind them seeing the draw into the corner.
Go for it. Yeah, exactly.
They just need to make sure that they are above the tee line, preferably like top 8.
For sure.
Your Sydney call that wait's all there.
No backing yet.
They'd love to be shot after this one.
Straight to this one. Push, 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 yes, push.
Looks like the rock will slide deep, but come to the back yellow. Will stay in the house.
Not quite for shot, but
is in the rings. Might see Team Gourianova ignore it and choose to go under the guard themselves.
Yeah. And that is what we'll see.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple of draws come heavy on this path so far, which is pretty typical to what we've seen throughout the week.
They really haven't thrown that many of this draw this game.
Yeah, you're right.
But definitely throughout the week we've seen many people throw this roughly edge 4 broom.
Just inside the draw path.
Yeah, and see these rocks just never want to stop.
Sarah's rock.
Come down still.
Almost looks like it's happening again here.
Got a curl.
Sweeper's not staying
Sarah's
near
rock.
Six.
Can take it down.
6, 7.
Yep.
Gonna say 6, 7, which should be T line. Looks like it might be a little deeper than they think.
Yep, push. Yep, push.
Really pushing to get it buried here.
Good sleeping.
It won't quite.
I have edge to edge.
Won't get any, I guess. Leah's saying that she has edge to edge of that rock.
13.
So there's 2 options here. Is you can try to over curl it past nose, try to flop under the guard. You can also try to hit it thinner and roll to the other yellow in the house.
Yeah.
Try to sit 2.
Right.
Which at this point in the end might give you a chance to score 3.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
They do want to make sure they don't jam on the red in the back.
Push, push.
Hard push
Really like to roll under. They won't roll under. They will jam on the back one, but the yellow will go out of the house.
Oh, sorry. I thought I did something.
Whatever you like at it.
How much do I have? I like hack.
You can look at it from down there. I like hack.
Looks like you can see maybe 3/4 of it. Maybe a little less from the lefty hack.
Yeah. Good point.
Enough to hit it though.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I like hack. Yep. No hack. Yeah. Yeah.
On O'Hara throwing hack weight, trying to remove the stone and stay pretty much where it is now.
She's thrown quite a few hack weight shots so far this game, so she should have a good feel for the weight.
Close. Whoa.
Calling close on the line.
Push.
Calling Liz Janiak on the push here.
Yep, push.
We'll
Try to move that rock over as much as she can.
Definitely. Looks close. They will hit it. Will it spin out of play? I believe it did go out of play. It did.
Both yellows did stick around, although they are pretty grouped together.
I gave you there.
Okay.
Looks like Lainey Strouse is going to ignore these 2 and try to draw into the corner guard. I don't mind this call at all.
Yeah, I like it.
I think your 2 options are this or to try to hit and flop from that top yellow over on top of the back yellow.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Most likely you'd see Team Gourianova make sure to get rid of that red one, so Team Strouse
Exactly.
wouldn't have a chance at 2 and you get your blank.
Yeah.
But drawing under here is a very good way to try to get your 2.
Yeah,
Probably
for
the only
sure.
way to try to get your 2 still left in the end.
Right.
Make it real good.
Doing this, however, does cement the idea that you will be scoring this end, even if it's only 1.
Right. Yes, so they've fully committed to scoring this end, as you said.
Line's really good.
Tight. It's tight.
We kind of saw that decision happen earlier on when they decided to draw under
Exactly.
on either Sydney's or Leah's, whoever's it was.
Whoa. It's not coming yet.
Pretty good.
I think in this case, it's more important to get this line right. You want to be
Keep
buried
going.
under
Yep.
the guard. It's okay if it's a little deep.
Yep.
Yep.
They do need to be shot.
Yeah.
Keep going
Hard, Susan,
looks close.
Whoa. Okay, really good.
Good finish there by Susan Dutt.
It really is. Looks like it's buried enough, especially from the lefty hack.
Do you think you can get it with hack? Do you guys like the freeze or hack?
I think given this one went a little deeper than I expected, a freeze is a really good call here.
None of it? Freeze?
Yeah, I think she probably doesn't have any of that rock from the lefty hack, so she's almost forced to freeze regardless.
Do you guys like this or hack? This, okay.
I think it's a good idea that they're throwing the freeze.
Yeah,
I think it's a good choice.
I think it's a very smart choice.
Just right on the tee line. Yeah. Can I have a little less? Thank you.
Anna asking for a little less ice.
Yeah, looking at the shot options, I think if you're maybe up one, going for that hack weight shot might be a good option.
Right.
If you have a wreck on the guard, giving up 2 is not too big of a deal. You only be down 1 in the last end.
Right.
But given it is a tied game,
Yep.
I think it's more important to try to keep Strouse to definitely only getting 1.
Exactly.
I think the best way to do that is to make sure this freeze is made.
Okay, line's getting better, yep. As far as you can.
Sweepers trying to drag this as far as they
You
can.
gotta bring it right to it, yes.
They need to at least touch the forefoot
Yes.
to be counting.
No, straight.
Very close.
Very close.
Well, it's good, it's good. Good sweeping, guys.
It is shot.
Good sweep, Sarah.
Not frozen on the red.
Yeah.
So I think we will see Lainey Strouse throw a backline tick on this yellow.
Exactly.
Try to stick in the forefoot, just push the yellow out into the 8-foot enough to get that red behind it counting.
Absolutely.
Not too much risk. I don't think you're ever giving up more than 1 in this scenario.
Right.
And
but it is an opportunity for 2.
Exactly. I almost think in this scenario you might want to either get your 2 or give up the 1.
Right.
That way you can be down 1 with or up 2 without.
Yeah, absolutely.
But again, that's very based off of team preference.
Yeah, for sure.
Some teams enjoy being up 1 with. That's the style that they like to play.
Some prefer to just
Up
have the
1
hammer
yeah,
going
up 1
into
without.
the last end. Yeah.
Whatever it ends up being.
Yep, line.
Line's really good.
Hard line.
Home sweep for line right away.
Gotta move.
No, saying it's
Gotta
actually got to
move.
move
Curl.
now.
Not sure if the sweepers hear
Curl
that yet.
side.
Line's good. Line's really good. Curl if you're gonna go though.
Looks very close.
Yep. Curl straight.
Curl!
Really good throw, Lainey.
Really
Beautiful
nice
shot by Lainey
shot.
Strouse, and the sweepers sweeping it perfectly.
Yes.
That will be a 2 for Team Strouse in the 9th end to lead 6-4 going into the 10th.
I don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
All right, we're back for the 10th and potentially final end of the women's gold medal final for the Junior National Championships. Last end we saw 3 really well-made shots by the skips at the end there. Lainey drawing perfectly guarded to the back forefoot. Anna coming within like 4 inches of it, right in front of it, and Lainey then following down with a draw weight tick to get her 2 points.
What a terrific shot.
It's one of those moments where you can't be too upset that they got the points, because that's a really hard shot to make.
Absolutely.
One of those ones where I kind of, tip my hat like, great job.
Great job.
While this end is getting started, we can jump over and get some score updates for the other sheets. So in the women's bronze medal game, Team Jones leads Team McDonald 6-3 after 9. Team McDonald will have hammer down 3 in the 10th. Switching over to the men's games. In the gold medal game, Team Casper took 2 points in the 9th end to take a lead of 4-3 going into the 10th. Team Oldenburg will be down 1 with the hammer in the 10th end. And for the men's bronze medal game, Team Tuma took 2 points in the 8th end to take a 10-8 lead after 8. Team Wendling does have hammer in the 9th end, down 2.
Real good, Suze. Real good. Good sweep, girls.
2-3.
Nice start by Suze.
Okay.
Nice draw into the
Yeah,
house.
it might just be a little bit slower, so just keep an eye on it because we haven't thrown a whole lot down these paths.
Team Strouse is going to want to keep this end open clean, try to make their shots as easy as possible while making Team Gourianova's shots as hard as possible.
Exactly.
2.
Team Gourianova is going to work hard to keep that center open. They want to keep the play to the wings and try to set up a way to get 2 points or more here.
You can push. Push. Oh wait, 19-6.
You hear the hog on that guard was a 19-6.
Wow.
The speed's pretty quick.
This is very fast ice.
Typically you'll see a lot of 1 guards be around 18 seconds. Susan Dutt being called to draw right down to her first stone in the forfeit there.
26. 4. 5.
Running a little.
Here they got probably around a 30 to 35, 4.30 seconds between the back line and the hog line.
Yep.
They're calling out that it's a 4 or
Okay,
5.
let's be to it. Let's make sure we are to it. Straight. Straight.
This should be roughly top 12, top 8.
Yeah.
Maybe a little tap on the red they threw in the first shot.
That's a great shot.
Really good.
Nice judge by the sweepers to bring it there.
Great pair by Susan in the 10th end here.
Half. Do you ever come half?
You can hear Catherine say that she can see half of the stone that was just thrown.
Okay.
This one? Yeah.
Looks like they're going to throw roughly hack weight, see if they can move these red rocks around a little bit and get a better angle.
Absolutely. Just get things moving, see if they can get things shifted around a bit.
Yep.
If they can get these reds towards the back of the house, it'll leave some backing for themselves. That'll be helpful later in the end. It's another one of those nice setup shots. It's made beautifully.
It's a good outcome.
It's a nice shot by Catherine Gourianova.
You want to throw a hat? Yeah.
I see. What are you throwing, hack? You got it. Yep.
Yeah, they're going to throw 13-5, which is about hack weight on the sheet of ice.
Yep.
Their aim here is just to knock this yellow out of the house and stay pretty close to the center line.
Pulling yes right out of hand.
Leah Yavaro on this one immediately.
Woo!
Trying to hold it on the side of the center line. Looks like she did that pretty well.
Quite well, yes.
Actually hear them
Switching
call push
to
now.
Push, yeah. Too good at sweeping. Nice shot by Sid.
We're good.
A good sweep by Leah and Susan to get it there.
Absolutely.
Catherine looking at the hit and roll under the corner guard. Showing, I believe, a control weight. Swap a little under. Force the Team Strouse to chase them under that guard. See Anna sweeping hard on this one to hold it where it is. They don't want to hit it too thin. They might roll too far.
Roll all the way over.
They will roll pretty far, but they'll catch on the other red. So they'll stay in the house, and they are shot.
Pretty good result.
Peel.
I can see half, if not more.
Oh.
I don't think we can get it through the pores.
It's pretty high.
Okay.
He's saying they can see half or if not more.
But with that high yellow guard up there, it's actually a pretty tricky port to navigate.
Looking like they're going to call the run. I wouldn't mind them throwing the peel here on
Yeah.
the top yellow.
I agree.
Because you remove that high guard, the yellow rock's going to be open enough to hit.
On the next rock, absolutely.
And if you don't make this run right now, then Team Gourianova will have a chance to sit 2.
Right.
And both of them will be hard to get.
Yeah.
Normal! Normal!
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gotta come alive.
Normal.
I'm trying to make this carve.
That's okay.
Okay.
They do end up just peeling the stone, but that opens up the yellow in the back.
Okay, because
Was
it
that normal?
does essentially the same as peeling that yellow guard by opening up that yellow rock to hit later on.
And since that yellow corner guard is still there, we'll see Catherine Gourianova call for the draw around it. This is Sarah Olson's second rock of the end.
You're good. No, I got 10-2.
Sweeper's not really touching it yet.
She said she thought it was just a little bit in your body too, though.
It's a little heavy. They want to make sure it's buried and not even with the other yellow to cause an easy double for Team Strouse. Looks like it's definitely not an easy double if there is one. Team Strouse just looking to hit the yellow that was just thrown and roll on top of the yellow in the back forefoot.
That's okay.
Try to set themselves up to have this rock locked into the forefoot.
Close, clean.
You hear the sweeper saying it's a little bit down.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
Sounds like it's close.
Gotta come, it's gotta
You want to make sure they at least remove one yellow stone from play.
Roll, roll,
roll, roll, yep, yep, yep!
Really good throw, my bad.
Didn't quite get the roll that they were looking for. You
Right.
can hear Lainey say my bad, so she might have waited a little too long on the sweep.
Control.
But so close, that was probably if you hit maybe
Any less, an
like
inch.
an eighth of an inch less of that rock, you make the roll.
Exactly.
Close. Whoa.
This is Janak throwing. Looking for a control weight hit. She's throwing at 10 seconds. Depending on the team, that might be a little on the high side, the heavy side.
Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
Looking to make the double since the weight's a little high.
Sit.
You just end up rolling on top of that red rock, which is actually also a pretty good result.
Definitely.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit on the back one. I wonder if you try to hit the front one thin with peel and maybe
You can
catch
just get
both.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think that's probably there.
Even if you end up just only getting the front one, you peel the red that it's frozen to. There's no
Right.
more backing.
Exactly.
Clean up. Yep.
Here, Super's called on right away.
Hard, dudes, hard!
They really want to make sure they're shot after this stone. She's sweeping hard to keep it there. Looks like she did so successfully. They will roll a tiny bit inward, but they are shot. It's a nice shot by Leah Yavaro.
Absolutely.
Rolling or nosing.
Just trying to figure out where to roll.
We have a timeout too.
Take it back. Or all the way over here.
Yeah.
Just a quick update on the gold medal game for the men's. It does appear that
I like that.
Danny Casper is currently drawing on his first to sit 3 under a guard. Team Oldenburg is down 1 point, so they need to score at least one to
no, so it's good.
bring the game into an extra end.
Right.
No, I said that is good.
Looks like
You got it.
Danny made the shot they were calling. So Aiden on his first will probably throw something to make some rocks move. This is Janiak's rock coming down the ice. Hear the sweepers say that it's a pretty good weight.
Push it.
Trying to make
Push
it curl.
Got to move a lot here.
They really want to stick
Push it,
around.
push it.
Will they stick around? They will.
They will get the catcher.
It does roll right next to the other yellow. I'll be curious to see if they try the double. I do believe
think
it.
the double jams on the back red.
I don't think so.
I think it think it goes right under?
I believe so. The yellow and the red are so even, the back two,
Right.
that it would be pretty difficult for the yellow to spin off right into it. You'd have to almost directly jam it into the other yellow.
You got it.
Good point.
I like normal.
I almost think it's scarier trying the roll. Because you might accidentally over curl and jam the yellow into the red directly. Whereas going the other way, trying for this double, you're always getting rid of a yellow and potentially getting rid of both.
Right.
Which really puts you at the worst case scenario, a tie.
Whoa. Queen. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard.
See Susan sweeping hard to keep this one where it is. You don't want to overcurl too much.
Whoa.
They do get it by the back one.
That's fine, Lane.
Roll to be shot right on the center line.
Nice shot.
Still leaves Team Gourianova the chance to sit too.
Yes.
Which would
And
give them the
probably
tie.
Get a little bit of separation.
Over on the women's bronze medal match between Team Jones and Team McDonald. Team McDonald is currently down 3 points with the hammer. They are, looks like sitting one. It is in the open on the left side of the 12-foot. Team Jones has one also pretty close. Might be a measure.
Yeah.
On the almost a mirror spot on the other side of the sheet. And it looks like it is like maybe half buried behind a corner guard.
Yeah.
Team McDonald's attempting to draw behind those two. Just throwing the in-turn.
Whoa! Sarah!
It is Andy McDonald's first stone. So if Sam Jones hits the open rock, it most likely will be handshakes on that sheet.
Oh, great.
In our feature game there, we saw that Anna's first rock did hit the rock and roll.
Yeah, I mean, you can always roll this way, too.
She rolled a little too far, ended up freezing to the red, but there is a double available for Lainey Strouse.
I think just that.
Yeah.
Make it kind of harder.
I don't see any reason to not try it.
Absolutely.
They hit anywhere on the right side of the yellow from our
same.
point of
You have no
view,
control?
on the center, the one that's close to the center line.
Yep.
You threw normal
You will
last
at least
time.
roll into the yellow, maybe get both of them. Sounds like they are only throwing a normal, maybe a control weight, so it doesn't seem like they're going for the double necessarily.
But maybe just the hit and roll onto the yellow on the right side.
Exactly. Team Jones does make the open hit, and that will give them the win. So Team Jones will be the women's bronze medalist this year.
Yep.
Aiden Oldenburg also throwing his final shot right now.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh my god.
They will leave Team Casper sitting one in the 4-foot, which will
Make
give
the
Team Casper the win.
Get over.
So Team Casper will be the 2021 Junior National Champions.
Big hug from them over on sheet 4. Very exciting stuff.
You know, it's been a difficult year for all these teams.
10-5 was
It's
my
hard to
last
practice
one.
and hard to really find good time to hone in your skills, especially team dynamics and stuff. So
Right.
We tightened up the
all
bar
these
a
teams
little
here are working really hard to do their best.
Yeah, their hard work
Paying off.
paying off absolutely in this moment.
Anna O'Hara with the last stone of the 10th end. She does have an open hit here for 2 in the tie. So we bring the women's gold medal match into an extra end.
Yep. Yep. All the way to it. Yep. All the way to it.
Janik sweeping hard to hold the line where it is. They need to stick around in the house. Will it stick around? It will roll
Not
out.
quite.
So it would only be a score of 1 for Team Gourianova, and that will give Team Strouse the win, a 6-5 win, and they will be the 2021 Junior National Women's Champions. Pretty exciting finale. Let's see Lainey and Anna sharing a big hug there. both these teams being part of a national program, they have a really strong bond. They've been practicing together throughout the whole season.
Absolutely.
There is one game left going on. It's the bronze medal match on the men's side. You can see if we can get a side shot on it. You can see the two national champions hugging each other, celebrating.
It's a very big moment for sure. Very exciting.
Appears that there are 2 stones left in this game. Team Wendling is throwing the red stones. They are down 4 at the moment. With Team Tuma scoring a steal of 2 in the 9th end.
Right.
They are sitting 2 at the moment. And in order to force Kevin Tuma to throw his last, they do need to split this corner guard into the house and roll their shooter on as well.
Wow, yeah.
Even so, Kevin Tuma will have an open hit for the win. Wes Wendling about to slide out. Appears that he's throwing about hack weight. I think that's a good amount of weight to make sure he can both split on and roll on.
I agree.
Super's working hard at this one. Switch to make it curl. Back to holding it straight again. See the rock coming towards the house. Looks really close. They're trying to roll on.
Not
they
quite
won't
enough
quite.
weight, maybe.
Looks like Kevin Tuma will be throwing his last stone. Just planning on this open hit. Kevin Tuma sliding out. Jeff Sidney Harris cleaning this one down the sheet. We'll make the nose hit. It looks like I was mistaken. There are more shots to come down the sheet. I thought I only saw a few when we panned the camera over there.
Oh, I think this is last shot. I think Wes has
the hammer.
Hammer, yeah.
Oh, and we got some handshakes there on sheet 5.
And so the Team Tuma will be our men's bronze medalist of this week. Yeah. What size is it?
All right. So that will wrap up the coverage of the commentating for the Junior National Championships.
Yeah.
A lot of well-played games today. It was exciting to watch. Definitely. The stream will be left up for the medal ceremony, which will be taking place in just a few minutes. You can catch me and Becca helping out too, so that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So stay tuned, and you'll see your Junior National Championships champions crowned.
Yeah.